Welcome live. See if that works. Is that working? Oh, there we go. That seems like that's working a lot better. Weird. Yeah, I was trying to stream Elden Ring, but it wasn't, it kept getting stuck on the loading screen. I don't know if maybe it was just too intensive. I don't have, like, the greatest PC, but I have, Huh. Anyway, let's just hop into a Slay the Spire and we'll try it out. I think the daily climb's supposed to be pretty interesting for today. Ironclad, shiny, your starting deck is replaced with one of every rare card. You may ignore pass when choosing the next room to fly, travel to. Start each combat with 3 strength. Every enemy starts with 3 strength. That's really interesting. We'll have to see if we can't get this done. Time for a challenge. Yeah, some of these daily runs are like super fun, but I think, if I remember correctly, yeah, you don't have to, you can ignore pass when choosing between which path you want to go to. So I like going for question marks, you know? I don't know if we're necessarily going to worry about building a big deck right now, so let's see if we can't get into this, but is it every card? Interesting. I wonder if it's every card for just the Ironclad. A little bit of max HP there. Very nice, very nice. Alright. Well, might as well set up Barricade. That could be helpful. Corruption could have been really interesting, actually, with everything in the deck. And yeah, sure, let's just bludgeon. Nice. Bearing a bottle's good. That's a free revive. Let's grab a ghostly armor. So we have a base. Oh, okay. So it's, I think it's a base every unique or rare card. I didn't quite understand that when I looked at the daily challenge, but let's hop into here. See what happens. The Gremlin is shuffling cards on the table. All right, so it's card matching. Injury, we don't that. Forethought, Bloodletting Warcry. So Forethought, Bloodletting Warcry. I'm an idiot. It was this one. Impervious. Oh, hey, we got a free Impervious. Nice. That worked out really well. He disappeared. Let's go this question mark. Honestly, I kind of want to just go all question marks, because sometimes you can get fights like that which you'll still be able to pull cards out of, and honestly, we might need some cards. Like, here, I'm gonna... Skills cost 0. I'm gonna pop Demon Form. I think Demon Form's really a good, like, endgame win condition for the Ironclad. Alright, what do we got? 37 damage. This is a weird one. Extra energy every turn, gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards, exhaust. Let's go ahead and Ghostly Armor, Offspring for some health. If we don't take damage, then it's not a huge issue. I'm gonna go ahead and Barricade. Limit Break, why not? Double the strength we have currently. We'll be pretty strong. What's weird is that we're trying to build a bunch of strength without having any like basic strikes or anything like that, but let's just Fiend Fire. That should finish it off. Very nice. Very nice. See if that works out. There we go. Colorless Potion, Hemokinesis. So we're definitely going to want to get some basic cards. Like Iron Wave, ordinarily I don't like, but getting some basic cards to work with could be really good. Gurgling? Yeah, let's give some HP and try and find some relics. Merchant's Card Removal Service. That can be really good. It's really good for getting rid of curses consistently. I will take that, because we can get rid of that. And we can actually get rid of it right here. And let's go ahead and fight an Elite here, because we're pretty strong. We still have most of our health. And we have a revive with our Fairy in a Bottle here. Alright, so this enemy I think does automatically wake up after a little bit, but let's go ahead and just do some setup. What's going to be interesting is we're going to have to try and figure out how to work with what we have so far. Yeah, Limit Break will be good. That'll double our strength. We don't have Barricade yet up, but we do play that just so it doesn't go away. And let's stall it. I think it wakes up after maybe one more turn if I'm not mistaken. Oh. Okay. Let's go ahead and just hit it hard. Ordinarily, this elite enemy is honestly kind of threatening because it can lower your strength and your dexterity. But it shouldn't be a huge issue. So we'll gain 1 week after this, do a little bit less damage next turn. Gain 2 vulnerable. I don't know if I want to go vulnerable here. What I think I'm going to do is be kind of greedy and just bludgeon it, because that'll do almost all its damage. With our current deck, just with this challenge being what it is, we have super inconsistent damage. So we're going to have to figure something out. Ow. Yeah, this elite usually hurts pretty bad though. Fiendfire will kill it. I wish I could... Well, no, I can't actually. Greed, get a little bit of max HP with Feed. Always nice. Your first attack each combat deals 8 additional damage. That's helpful. Anger. Yeah, we're gonna need some consistent damage here because we don't have any strikes or basic defense. Well, starting with all of the rare cards. Let's see how this goes. Let's go ahead and remove our curse, first of all. And then as far as what they have here, I'm actually going to grab Pummel. This is going to be such a weird daily that I think I should be going for things that are just basic attacks at this point, because looking at what we started with every single rare card, we picked up a few basic attacks, but like Impervious is an attack, Immolate's AoE, Energy Gain, Exhaust, a little bit of AoE, but it only works once because it exhausts itself. Fiendfire exhausts every card in your hand, but does a good chunk of damage. Feed is an exhaust card. Bludgeon is really like the only thing I think we can hold on to for a while, so let's try... Bandage Up could be helpful too. That's gonna be a little bit... Ordinarily, I'd definitely pick up an Inflame, but... Let's, Actually, let's try this. Twin Strike. We just need any attacks we can grab. Ordinarily, I wouldn't give a lot of these cards a second thought, but... Try this. Grab another Twin Strike. Give us a ton of Twin Strikes, interesting. I actually kind of like Blood for Blood, but let's go with Clothesline. Just to get any consistent damage. Here we can greed and go for another elite fight, though. With the Fairy and a bottle, I really don't mind taking a bunch of damage. This shouldn't be too bad. Ordinarily, this fight's really obnoxious, but... Oh, yeah. This should be fine. Jeez. And then... I'm gonna pass on that here. Yeah, these guys like to... I always try to get rid of, on a regular run, get rid of one of the two that attacks at the same time, because this enemy will just alternate between giving you these useless daze cards in your hand, as well as attacking. So let's go ahead and pop some block, get rid of one of them, the one with more HP, since it'll die either way. And here we should be okay. Yeah, what an interesting challenge. The daily challenges are so cool. Like, I did one the other day with just all the curses, and you had the ability to, like, play your curses to get rid of them with that relic. It was really interesting, but here we should be more than okay to just get rid of everything. Very nice. A little bit worse for wear. Ice Cream's one of the best relics you can get. The Ironclad doesn't have the best energy conservation, but holding on to all energy between turns. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Anyway, holding on to all energy. Let's grab Wild Strike. Here it doesn't matter which chest we go for. Because of this perk here, we can go to whatever path we want, which is interesting. Extra max HP is good. Let's head to this bonfire here. I don't know what we'd really want to forge, honestly, because we kind of just want some consistent damage at this point. Upgrading Anger could be good, because every time you use it, it adds a copy of itself, and then by the end of the fight, you have a bunch of free attacks. So let's try that for now. You obviously want to minimize resting at bonfires as much as you can. We don't really have enough money to make this worth it, so let's go question mark. And it was a shop anyway. Ordinarily, this is so weird. I don't know exactly what I need. Ordinarily, I have a pretty good sense of like what my win cons are, what I need to be working towards, but not really going well. And right now we heal 28 HP at a resting site, so let's look at what else we got. What is upgrading? I think Pommel Strike's, yeah, it's 1 damage, 1 extra card. Wild Strike's 5 damage? That's not bad, actually. I'm just kind of going with whatever. I don't know if I'm playing this right at all. And you know, let's take another elite, because then we can just keep getting more artifacts. That's the nice thing about a buff like this, is we can just go whenever we're comfortable with it, and if we aren't great, you know, we don't have to go for it. So let's grab this. This will make him a lot stronger, and let's go ahead and pop that. You know, we'll pop the colorless potion too. Add X random colorless cards into your hand. That won't do anything if you have no attacks in your hand. Let's grab Dark Shackles, and hopefully that'll cycle back through. The problem with this enemy is anytime, after this first turn, anytime you use a skill, it'll buff itself and gain extra strength, making it even more dangerous, and we are vulnerable for own return. But we should be able to hit it pretty hard. This is a net total of 36 damage, so it's actually more damage to do this. Lose 3 HP, gain 2 energy. That's not going to do a whole lot right now. We are going to get hit pretty hard here. Ordinarily, I like to conserve health, but this is just such a strange run. Let's see. So we have Barricade up, so playing Impervious actually works. But as you can see, his damage goes up. The thing with ordinarily is you play like 1 energy for a defense, and you get 5 block. So it goes up 2 damage, but you're blocking, you know, net positive. But because it's gaining that strength permanently, this enemy just becomes so dangerous. But here what we can actually do is double tap, Limit Break, and Reaper. And that'll give us a good chunk of health back. And because we got Barricade up, block isn't removed at the start of our next turn, so we can continue to kind of build that up. Yeah, there we go. And we can just finish it off with this. Very nice. I think the challenge is definitely, like, it goes to show that you can't just get away with having all these rare cards. You need to build an actual, like, deck to work with in this game. Let's grab Infernal Blade. I'd like to avoid a fight if possible. Alright, fair enough, game. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Infernal Blade offering. I could just pop Impervious and let's see what Infernal Blade gives us. It gave us an Iron Wave anyway. So we can just one-shot this. I'm by no means an expert at this game. I really enjoy this game. But, oh, it's crazy. I was looking at some other Twitch content. Apparently this goes up to like Ascension 20 and my characters are at like 3 and 4. But Wild Strike will finish this enemy off here. Nice. We did pick up Stone Calendar at the end of turn 7. Oh, yeah. That'll be good. Let's grab Clothesline. I just feel like we need as many like regular attacks as possible. 73 HP should be more than enough in theory for the boss. Ordinarily on a regular run, I'm just looking for maybe 50 HP or so, and I can usually survive the first boss. But this one here, I don't even know if we're going to complete this challenge because I'm not sure what I'm doing. But we'll give it a good try. What does Infernal Blade do? That makes it free? Sure. Alright, let's hop into our first boss fight. It's this one. Okay. This guy, basically, the first turn, I believe it just blocks. Yeah, so it has this mode shift, and you have to do this much damage, otherwise it'll start going really, really ham. When you force in a defensive mode, it'll have Thorns, so it'll do damage when you attack it. But generally speaking, this is just kind of like a DPS race. We have so much starting strength, though, that we can easily force it into defensive mode. Let's try this. Clash can only be played if every card in your hand is attack. Well, that's not the case, and I don't want to waste Impervious, because when you exhaust it, we don't have that, and that's a really solid source of block, so let's just do this. Either way, we're not going to break the block, so. And I'd rather save the other card just because it only heals you if you do unblock damage. Yeah, so here it's got these 3 Thorns. I'm going to pop Ghostly Armor, and I'm going to pop Clothesline. So we'll take that back, but it'll weaken it pretty hard. And Iron Wave should still be a net positive. Yep, nice. Nice. Yeah, we actually have some really solid artifacts. If this was a normal run, this would be crazy for the first floor, but here's doing 16 damage. Put your card from your exhaust pile. What's in our exhaust pile? Infernal Blade? You know what? That actually could be pretty good. Sever Soul. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand. I don't know if I really want to do that. Let's just pop this power for now, I think. We're going to take 16 damage, but I don't know how confident I am in this daily run. Like I said, I'm far from an expert in this. Oh, that's going to hurt. So we need to try and do 40 damage if possible here. Which we should be able to. Force it back in defensive mode. But as you can see, if you can't force it in defensive mode, it really starts to hurt. Very nice, okay. Corruption. You know, I've looked at tier lists and this card's supposed to be like really crazy good, but the problem I have with it is if you're exhausting your skills, like in an ordinary run, if you're exhausting your defense, you're putting yourself in a really dangerous position. But for here, the problem I have with Twin Striking is because the Thorns were actually going to take double the damage back, we really don't have a whole lot to play here, so I guess I'm just going to try this. And I'm just going to invest in the next turn. I'm not going to worry about playing the zero-cost cards. Both of them have HP restrictions, so we're going to pass on that. Yeah, see, like this one was going to exhaust itself anyway, but we can just gain enough block to cover its damage here. And because we're over-blocking by quite a bit, we can afford to do some damage. Let's see, let's Wild Strike. And let's actually pop this. It'll make them do a little bit more damage when we're vulnerable, but that'll give us more energy at the start of every turn. So we will end up taking, I believe, 11 damage here, but it shouldn't be a huge issue. Nice. That will kill me. And we didn't get any block. We do still have our Fairy in a bottle. Let's see what Liquid Memories we can... I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm so dumb. That's really awkward. I forgot that our deck recycled back through. So ordinarily what Liquid Memories does is you can pull back a card from your discard pile. And I just hadn't realized that our deck had recycled back through. I was looking for something to save me. Let's do this because it'll apply weak. Play that. I won't be able to play Clash once again because we have a wound in our hand. So let's just see... Oh! Stone Calendar actually just came in really clutch there. There's so much to know in this game, like honestly, even after playing a fair number of runs. But yeah, Bludgeon will finish the run. Or not the run, the floor. There's 3 floors. That was absurdly close. These are really tempting. So Feed, I think, is what I'm going to go with, just because if you can kill like a trash mob with it, you can build up some extra max HP. That could be really good. So let's try that. No longer obtain potions. I'm not a big fan of that. Honestly, I'm going to I almost never skip boss relics here, but I hate all 3 of these. Confused makes it so that whenever you draw a card, it randomizes cost. That really bites you in the foot a lot, honestly. Though again, with how many 2 and 3 cards we have in our deck, that could be really good. But I just really don't want to do every single combat confuse. That's going to make it so hard to plan ahead. Playing more than 6 cards a turn might not seem like a big deal, but it becomes a very big deal, especially as you're getting more energy. And then... oh, you know what? Let's do a no potion run. I would almost never do this, but again, I don't think I'm going to be able to complete this daily run. Because I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Well, let's see what we can do. This enemy has plated armor, so it gains that much block at the end of every turn. But every time it takes unblocked damage, it actually lowers its plated armor, and you just kind of whittle it down. I believe this means it's going to heal, even if I did do damage through it. You know what? Let's throw down Demon Form and Pommel Strike. Demon Form gives me extra strength every single turn, which is just a permanent buff for that battle. Crazy good. Ordinarily, that's like a win con for the Ironclad if you can get it down. So let's see how that goes. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to Clothesline. That knocks that plated armor down. Then we'll Twin Strike, and that should knock it down twice. Yeah. And we're going to take damage, but that's just kind of inevitable. We really don't have many good blocking options. What a strange daily run. Ice Cream's nice, though, because it's carrying that extra energy over to the next turn. What I could do, though, is Limit Break. That'll give me a lot more damage. I kind of want to do these, though. Interesting. A lot of these cards on their own are really, really powerful, but again, like, ordinarily, like, I'm just going to take Iron Wave. I almost never take Iron Wave, but we just don't have any defensive ability, really. Or at least no consistent defensive ability. We're already missing most of that. Let's try it. I actually do like that event. You give up some max HP, and it takes away your strikes, which we didn't have. Those are your basic attacks, and then it gives you these bites instead. Very, very helpful. We have enough money that we could probably buy a relic here, too. Those cards which will exhaust will... ooh. With our current situation, that could actually be really good. So let's give that a try. Good question mark. I honestly kind of want to avoid non-elite fights, because elite fights will at least give you the relics. No. This one always takes away half your max HP when you get it as an event, and you get these apparitions. The problem is they're ethereal, but they give you 1 turn of intangible, which means you only take 1 damage from every source that turn. But the problem is because they exhaust and they're ethereal, you basically have to play them the turn they show up, which can be really good. I've used it as a win con before, but I'm not really looking to do that. When you upgrade them, they're no longer ethereal, so you can kind of hold on them, but it's a little bit situational when I'll actually take that event. Healthy Smooth Stone, so Dexterity gives you extra blocking power. That's helpful. Let's fight this elite, though, try and get a good artifact. Okay, and it's the Minion Summoner. Interesting. Different minions have different effects. This one gets, this one gets strength, so more damage every time it takes a hit. This one actually won't do anything for a couple turns, and it'll hit you with a super powerful attack, and then the boss itself's attacking, which is a little unfortunate. What I think I'm going to do is Limit Break to double my strength, Immolate, and because of the spoon, actually, we didn't lose that. And then we have a bunch of 0-cost cards, so blood. Okay. That's ordinarily a 3-cost card. I'm going to hold off on that. I don't think I need it. Lots of damage, though, first turn. Ordinarily, this elite combat's actually quite dangerous. Ow. Alright, he's summoning more minions. We're just going to do as much damage as we can. If I can get down to feed health. Was that 16? Okay. In that case, we'll still do it. The problem with feed is it has to be fatal to give you extra max HP. And it exhausts itself once it's used, whether it's upgraded or not, so you can't use it again. But at that point, I can just rush the boss, and then minions on bosses or elites will just run away. Just panic and leave. It's pretty funny. Alright, the Courier Merchant restocks. Okay, so it's like Shop Refresh if you've ever played Binding of Isaac, and it reduces some prices. Honestly, Heavy Blade's really good. The reason Heavy Blade's good is because, and we have a way bigger deck this run than I ordinarily go for. Usually you kind of want to slim down what you're going for, but Strength affects this card 3 times over, so ordinarily a Strength would increase an attack only for 1 point, for 1 point of Strength. This does it 3 times over. When you have it upgraded, it's actually 5 times over, so what you can do on a lot of Ironclad runs is the win condition a lot of times I go for with Ironclad runs is building up Strength, whether it be through cards like Demon Form, for example, giving you Strength every turn. There's a few other options. But then you can get a Heavy Blade that does like 200 damage, and it's insane. But let's go ahead and... I hate to heal on my current health, especially when we have the bite, so let's go question mark. I just don't think regular fights are going to be that helpful here. Brimstone. At the start of your turn, gain strength, and all enemies gain 1 strength. That's a little bit... I mean, to be fair, with the daily run modifier, they already have their strength, so let's try it. I've actually never taken this relic before because it always seemed really dangerous, but let's see how this affects this elite combat. I regret all of my life decisions because I think all 3 of these guys attack first turn. Yeah. That's not good. That is crazy damage, but what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to clothesline the one that does the most damage. That'll weaken it so it does less damage, but we are still going to focus it because we can take it out. So maybe that wasn't the play. But we still healed a little bit of HP. We are going to take 22 damage here. Ooh. That's scary. He has unplayable cards, that's fine. All of gain strength. So Twin Strike's up to 18 damage. Limit Break to double strength. Now it's up to 14. Can I kill one of these? I'll be 1 damage short if I use... Oh. My screen freezes for a sec. Sorry about that. Yeah, I still need to figure out what's causing that. I get these random CPU spikes. I never had this problem before, but I upgraded my RAM from 8 gigs to 16 gigs. And I have a pretty decent PC. I don't have like an i7 core, but I do have an i5. And now I've got 16 gigs of RAM, but I just get these random CPU spikes, and I think that's what causes those micro freezes. Pretty annoying, but I can't do a whole lot about it. But that'll lower it down to 1 HP. We are almost dead, though. But honestly, no harm, no foul. I'm not really concerned about completing this daily run. Heavy Blade, but yeah, Heavy Blade's up to 46 damage. What I think I need to do is Reaper. That'll heal me a fair amount. And then, yeah, Heavy Blade, nice. And let's see what a relic. Thorns, so it gave me thorns like that boss had. Let's grab Shrug It Off. We need some blocking ability. 40 cards in our deck. And Jaku, every time you play 10 attacks, that does transfer from battle to battle, so that's nice. And let's go ahead and heal. We're only at 31 health. A lot of these daily runs are really, really powerful for sure. I'm just not playing this correctly by any means. Don't have enough money to make a shop worth it. I could heal to complete full. But I'm going to see what the question mark has in store. Oh, it's Colosseum. Okay, so we have a mandatory fight here, and then we can fight an even harder fight for really good rewards. Next active. Oh, that's... What was it? Which relic was it? Oh, it's this one. So, yeah. You can see that, but... Stubborn Strength. That's up to 38 damage, huh? I think we can kill one of these. Yeah, Impervious wouldn't have been a bad play either. But I'd rather just get one of the enemies off the field to start out with. 12 damage, okay. This time I will pop Impervious. We'll pop our Inferno Blade. Ooh, and that's crazy damage. Very nice. Yeah, well done, Weakling. Thanks, dude. Let's try it. Yeah, I was gonna say, so it's like the Taskmaster from that last elite fight we did, and then the one of the elite enemies from the first floor pool. Let's clothesline this guy. And then Shrug It Off. That'll completely block its attack. This spoon actually has worked out really well. A lot of our cards exhaust on play, and so it's giving us 50-50 chance for it not to exhaust and discard. Which, you know, isn't guaranteed, but a lot of the exhaust cards are exhaust cards because they're so powerful, so... Let's see. 50 damage. Honestly, I think I need to get rid of this guy, if possible, here. Which I should be able to. Oh, yeah. There it is. Gonna take some damage back here, but it'll be alright. We still have this fairy in a bottle. The problem with the revives on this game is that you'd think it just like you take the lethal damage, then you revive at 30%. It actually leaks that damage over to the next life, which is a little bit unfortunate. But here we'll heal a little bit more with that bite. Very nice. Yeah, so we got two. Wow, we got two relics out of that. Tori's not bad. Every 2 the enemies you shovel, that's just occasional extra energy, which can be held over with our ice cream, so that's helpful. And then, oh, we can't get more potions. Forgot about that. And we'll grab another blocking card. And you know what? Let's heal and then take this elite fight. It's weird not having to, like, follow a specific path, for sure. We got a question mark fight. That's unfortunate. Huh. There we go. Let me ghostly armor. Why is that doing? Oh, it's because it starts out with all that extra strength. That's what I was like, what? Let's double tap, bite. These enemies take half damage, and then if you attack them 3 times in 1 turn, it will cancel that and they'll be stunned for a turn. But we didn't have the capability of doing that. Things like thorns unfortunately don't count, but this should kill itself on my thorns now. Very nice. These are gonna buff themselves. Yeah, taking sulfur might not have been, or brimstone might not have been the best idea, but I kind of wanted to try it, and I'm kind of regretting it. Let's do Wild Strike 12. Honestly, 3 HP for that could be helpful, because now we can do this. Heal that back anyways. Pummel will actually completely stun that, won't it? Yeah, multi-hit do apply for that, and we can stun this one too. What a weird run. Okay. Yeah, they're both stunned. Hopefully we'll get something to finish them off. With 41 cards in our deck, I usually like endgame you have like maybe 35 max, even if you're taking cards almost every time, so trying to work around this is weird. Nice. Let's try Warcry. Let's take on this leap for another artifact. We have, or relics, I mean, we have so many relics already. We got this guy again. Deal 33 damage. This one will just block for everything else unless it's the last one standing, which isn't possible in this encounter because of the boss, or the elite. This enemy will just kind of sit there until, it takes like 2 turns to build up an attack and then it really, really hurts, but I'm honestly just going to rush the boss for now, I think. Nice. Yeah, that's charging up. That'll block for the boss. Boss bluffs them, give them all block. That's a little unfortunate. Yeah, that's going to hurt. First we'll clothesline it. That'll lower its damage. 25%, yeah. Gotta shrug it off for some block. We can't kill the boss, but honestly, I'm just gonna hard focus the boss here. And hopefully we can kill it next turn. Because again, these minions, when they're in elite counter, or like if a boss summons them, if you kill the main unit, they are just gonna run away. But these units also can't appear as like regular enemies. Oh my gosh, ow. Heavy Blade's 41 damage. Let's just heal a little bit with a bite. Actually, we'll feed, gains max HP. Nice. Very nice. Backup preparation, 2 cards at the first turn of each combat. That's helpful. Rampage is fun, but we're getting to the point where the deck's just so ridiculously large that we're never going to draw what we need anyways. So cycling cards aren't going to be as powerful, so I'm just going to skip here. I do that a lot more often in normal runs. 57 HP should be fine. Let's just see what we can do for smithing. Upgrade a card. Although, to be fair, we're not going to get most of these cards more than once, but could be good. That's a net 10 damage. Why not? I'm just kind of going on a whim here, honestly. Ordinarily, I'd be a lot more focused on what I do as I get another freeze. There we go. And it's the champion. This guy basically will do a bunch of damage, and then once he gets to like a certain amount of health, it's somewhere around here, I think, he'll buff himself, gain a bunch of strength, like shed any debuff, so if you're like the silent, you have poison stacks, those also go. But it is buffing this first turn. What I think I'm going to do, it's unfortunate that we got these first. Actually, what I can do is Warcry, put this on the top of my deck, and play Barricade so that our block carries between turns, and then Limit Break to gain extra strength. Let's see how that goes. A lot of these, like, that's the thing with a lot of rare cards, though, is we started with 1 copy of each for this daily run. I just ordinarily don't pick up a lot of them, but here we'll play Impervious, because that's block's going to handle on and on until gets, you know, he gets rid of it. And then let's double tap Twin Strike. That'll be 100 damage. Or not. That was weird. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was calculating based off what it said. It's actually because of the Akabeko that we did some more damage there. Oh geez, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna bludgeon. And then I'm going to pummel. Wow. It is crazy how much damage we're doing. Ordinarily, this fight takes much longer than that. It's debuffing me. That's annoying. You know what? I'm actually just gonna... Do I Reaper? Yeah, let's Reaper. Next turn, I think it is low enough, though, that he will, he'll buff. Get real angry. Yeah. 51 damage there. Yeah, let's Iron Wave. What do we have in our exhaust pile right now? So the problem is if we exhume here, I mean, it'll put it back into the deck cycle, but we don't have the energy to play either of these, so it's fine. Hopefully we can end this fight pretty soon. You've done it now. Bye. Weren't you just a bundle of sunshine? And now he has 17 strength. Oh my gosh. I don't actually think we can end the fight this turn, can we? Depending what we get. Never mind, we're good. Yeah, that was a little intimidating. 80 damage or so. I really don't want any. Let's grab another Exhume. What do we got? So, Astrolabe, transform 3 cards. The problem is there's no telling what that'll do. I honestly don't touch that most of the time. Curse Key, whenever you open up a chest, which is, you can get them in question marks, but just any of these. There's usually one guaranteed per floor. We'll get a curse, and then we'll have an extra energy every turn. Or the Bell, you get a unique curse and 3 relics. What this unique curse is always the same thing. It's just a card that's a Bell, and basically, you can't get rid of it, because ordinarily you can kind of dump curses. But it's basically just unplayable. It's just a dud card. You know what, let's show it off. Because it is 3 relics. Yeah, unplayable can't be removed from the deck. It just cycles through though, and when we have 44 cards in the deck, that's not a huge issue. We got Artivore. Question is, Fossilized Helix is really good for preventing chip damage. Alright, and on to the 3rd floor. It is the time boss, that's annoying. Probably my least favorite to be Act 3 bosses. Or blocker, huh? What I think I'm gonna do is... let's pop Impervious to block its damage this turn. I'm going to Berserk, which is going to increase its damage, so we'll have to worry about that next turn if it attacks. And then we'll Limit Break to double our starting strength up to 10. And we'll just do 25 damage here. Like, I really like these daily runs, though. Like, they're really, really creative. They do random modifiers every time. Try out builds that you would never try before. But good lord, I would absolutely never do this on an ordinary run. Like, it just would not happen. I'm gonna decide what the course of action here is. 33, 22, 19. Yeah, we can kill it. So let's do this, and then we finish it off with feed, gain a little bit of max HP. We're up to 73. I think Ironclad base starting health is only like 70 though, so... Actually, is it 80? I think it's 80 actually, so... Armaments is cool. Let's go to the shop. We have 318. Buy a relic. Combat's no longer in question mark rooms, yes. Oh, and I forgot we had the courier. Start each combat. That's only the first turn, but I'll pick that up. And we can't buy these potions. I think even if we buy them, just because of our Sozu, it would just say no and give you the middle finger. Let's grab power through, actually. That could be really good defensive power. This is such a weird one. But now any question mark we take is guaranteed not to be a fight. It's an event, so... oh, God. I'm just getting about 4 max HP. Nice. Okay. Fight, reward, relic. Yeah, let's give this a try. It's just 2 of the enemies we fought in the first one. Again, ordinarily these fights would actually be really threatening. It's just because of all the random stuff we have going on with this challenge run, it's not nearly so much. So we're going to play Armaments. I usually really like this card. When it's not upgraded, it's just upgrading 1 card. But as you can see, if I use this here, every other card's now it's upgraded for. 47 damage, 41. That's 40 damage right now. I think this is the most damage I can do, 47, 41. If I'm not mistaken. Well, actually, no, these are... No, I'm an idiot. These are 1 cost. Nice. 33 damage. Let's just finish one of these off. Yeah. We'll just finish one of them off. We'll take some damage here, but that's fine. On a daily run, honestly, I'm not too concerned with score or actually completing the run. I just like seeing what happens. Oh, and actually we had our, where is it? Fossilized Helix prevent the first combat. Time you lose HP each combat. Let's shrug it off. Bruno Blade gave us Rampage. We can... Demon Form, Demon Form, hilariously enough, despite being like a win condition most runs, there's so much going on this run that it's not really even that necessary. Right, 27 damage here. We should be able to finish it though, yeah. Goodbye. Captain's Wheel, serve your 13 block. We can't get potions. This is also another really good card. If the enemy attempts to attack, gain 4 strength. It's 3 strength if it's unupgraded. You can just kind of cycle through that a lot. But honestly, let's grab 9 weight plus. Any card that gives block at this point, I think we're going to kind of need. Remove a card from your deck. Sure. There's definitely stuff that I don't want. Like, Brutality is cycled through. I don't like this power. It's not bad by any means, giving up just a little bit of HP every turn. It's the fact that you can't decide not to lose that HP. To be fair, though, there are also relics that help with that. Like, there's a relic that I really like called Tungsten Rod, and it's literally just anytime you would take damage, lower that amount by 1. That would make that free, but I'm going to get rid of that. Because I'm just never going to play it. Let's take on another Elite Fight. And if we're still healthy, we can take on the next Elite Fight. Ooh. So this enemy's deal is, the more times you attack it consecutively in 1 turn, it takes more damage, and then that counter resets every turn. But it also counts down, and when it gets down to 0, it counts down from 5 each turn. It just starts hitting you for like 30, 40 plus damage every turn, and it's crazy. So you don't want this fight to go long. But I'm going to try 55 or... I mean, Bludgeon's still probably the most damage. I don't know quite what the multiplier is, but as you can see, that did 13 instead of 12. That did 14 instead of 12, and this counter's going up. And that did 13, so it's 10% more consecutively. Can be really good with a bunch of 0-cost attack cards, but not really the build we have going for us right now. 18 damage here. Let's pop Limit Break, go up to 14. I'm not going to pop a Circ, that's just going to backfire and cause me to take a bunch of damage. Let's do this. We are going to eat that 18 damage it's launching at us. Just face tank it, but not a whole lot we can do about it. There's its countdown. Oh, and I keep forgetting about Fossilized Helix. We have so many relics going on that it's actually hard to tell what's going on. But Infernal Blade for free attack. Why not just take Bludgeon back? And then we can Exhume it. Fight again. Rampage it. Does it go? Okay. Because of, where is it? This relic, it didn't actually exhaust, so I can't just abuse that, but... Apply 2 weak. That's 2 turns of it doing 25% less damage, and we don't need to throw up any block. And Exhume would literally just Exhume the other Exhume, so... Might as well save the energy with Ice Cream. Crazy how many, like, relics this challenge is ended up with, because we can just fight any elite we want with being able to ignore paths. Pretty cool, actually. Play Ghostly Armor. 45 damage, or... Up. Sorry about that. So that would be 34 plus... That'd be 55 damage versus 45. This would be more damage. We're not going to be able to... We're not going to get this cycled back through. Like, we have 46 cards in our deck, so let's just go for the extra damage here. 1. And I believe this is where it starts to... Yeah, that's not good. Let's apply the weak again with this card. Iron Wave gives us 6 block. Bite, and then Beam Fire could have been good, but I don't know if that would have done the most damage, but we should be okay regardless. Goodbye. Ow. 33, yeah, and let's just finish off. Nice. Bottle Flame, choose an attack. Start each combat with it in your hand. Okay. You know what, let's try maybe Immolate. Can't get any more potions. Grab another Ghostly Armor. And I'm actually gonna heal. We're only missing 16 HP, but because our max HP is lower... Yeah. I've decided that smithing cards also this run because there's so many in our deck. It doesn't really matter. Let's go question mark. Yeah. This gives me... Okay, I can lose HP. I usually just do 1, though. Dark Shackles is good. It's basically a one-turn strength loss for an enemy, and they're guaranteed to have a bunch of strength because of stuff like our lethality and our brimstone. So that could be good if we draw it. Let's try chest number 3. Potions always... Yeah. Fair enough, game. Ordinarily, this is so good to get, especially early in a run, but we have Sozu, so it's basically just going to keep giving us a bunch of potions that we can't take. But I mean, we're at full health, so I don't know, something random. That just doesn't exhaust it anymore, sure. I'm really not playing this run optimally by any means, but it's a random daily run. Lose all gold, obtain a relic? Yeah, sure. What did it give us? 1 week to every enemies? Okay, so first turn, if enemies attack, first turn we take a little bit less damage. I'm gonna just avoid fights. If I was going for a high score in a daily run, I think I should be taking every fight possible. But again, I just wanted to see how this run went. What does Impervious do? Sure. So I'm just gonna try and speed this up, and then maybe we'll do one of my regular unlock runs, or at least attempt it, because Lord knows I failed a lot of my runs. Well, I have no money, so I'll just say bye. Alright, and then I'm just gonna upgrade something random. Does not matter, because with our deck size, we're only gonna draw it like once if we draw it. So Time Boss. The deal with this boss is, it has a counter every time you play a card. When it hits 12, I believe it buffs itself and it automatically ends your turn, which is super annoying. Let's see. I'm just gonna bludgeon it. And then, is this more damage? Yeah, Emily would do more damage. But as you can see, that counter went up to 2. It doesn't seem like that'll be as much of an issue this run, but on an ordinary run, I hate fighting this boss. Oh my gosh, why? Pop Impervious. Good with Anger. Good Iron Wave. We're up to 39 block, but it's doing, I think that's 54 damage. And let's just go. Oh. Interesting. 8 damage. Oh, 32. Let's double our strength. We're up to 18 now. Pummel should do 80 damage. Twin Strike does another 56. This counter is going up. Let's play Feed. The problem is we're only going to get to play 2 cards next turn, which is annoying. Ow. It's buffing this turn. Why not put down Demon Form? Start of every turn we gain 2 strengths. Not bad. We also have all our other stuff like Brimstone, so let's just pop Iron Wave. Why not? And you know what? Actually, never mind. I was about to say, if we play Bloodletting because of Ice Cream, we'll keep that energy, but its effect went down. I believe this enemy just healed itself to half. I don't know if there's a timer when it does that, but I know it can do that. Let's do this. What's an energy circle? Pummel? Sure. Let's exhume. And you know what? Actually, let's double tap Pummel. Oh my gosh. Okay then. Oh. That's that run down. Just a daily run, but the heart shows up. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Radiator Blade, deal 912 damage. That's just your score for the run. That's how much damage I've done to the run. I've played a fair amount of this game. And then Victory. Basically, if you, in the base game, actually I'll show you once we jump into a run, but yeah, so it's like enemies slain gave us a little bit of score. Lightspeed, that was a pretty fast victory. Honestly, 42 minutes is not bad at all for a Slay the Spire run. 15 question machine. Collector, perfect. We defeated a boss without taking damage? Which one? Oh, anyway. That was fun. But as you can see, 912, like, the people who go, like, know how to go for score, like, 4,000. As you can see, I mean, outside of the top 3, it's only like 1,700, but my highest score has only been like 1,100 on a regular run. But let's just do a standard run. So, you have your 4 basic characters. The Ironclad, the Silent, the Defect, and the Watcher. My personal favorite is the Silent. Let's hop into a run. We're going to do it on Ascension just because I've been doing my Ascension grind, but basically the Ascension levels, once you've beaten the game the first time, you unlock consecutive Ascension levels. It goes up to Ascension 20. It gets very difficult, so Ascension 1 makes more elites. 2 normal enemies are deadlier, 3 elites are deadlier, 4 bosses are deadlier, so We'll see how this goes. I don't expect to win. I probably win about 1 out of every, like, 10 runs. Legitimately, this game's really hard. So, this guy always gives me something free at the start, so we can upgrade a card. Which, the starting deck... The problem with the Silent is I usually go for a poison build, but you don't actually start with poison cards on this character. There's no reason to remove 2 cards from our deck this early. I could do this, but the thing is, as you saw with, like, Sozu, random boss relics usually have really strong drawbacks, like not being able to get potions. You can only play 6 cards a turn. I don't do this option because it's usually a little too risky, and honestly, if it gives me a really bad one, I just restart the run. What I actually usually do is when I have this option here, I look at the map. So for example here, if I take this path here, then I can get a free elite fight, because enemies in my next 3 combats have 1 HP, as long as not more than one of these question marks is a fight, which can happen. So I like doing that. It's a little greedy. I could have just like upgraded a card, but here, first 3 fights, cakewalk. So nice. Nice. Alright, what you got? Poison Stab? That's early poison. Alright, come across a dapper cheerleader. Okay, he's gonna spin the wheel, and he's either gonna really help me out, or he's gonna screw me over. If you give me a curse, I'm gonna cry. Sick. I don't remember what this is, actually. A gift. Sick. Start each combat with 10 block. First turn 10 block. What a nice guy. He can, like, literally... The little blood splatter, he'll literally just do damage to you. He throws a shiv at you. The purple one was, like, gives you a curse. One of them was remove a card from your deck. One of them was get gold. One was a full health. Like, he can be really good. So we did get 1 question mark fight. That's fine. Regen potion's nice. Outmaneuver's good. Piercing Whale. Let's grab Piercing Whale. Very, very helpful defensive card. We meet again. So I will give you 87 gold. This guy's great. He gives you a relic. He usually just... You have options to give him. I've never attacked him before. I'm not going to. But Orichalcum. If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Perfect. What a great guy. Dang it. So we don't get a free elite fight because 2 of the question marks are fights. I don't know what actually the chance is on that, but that's fine. Skewer. X cards just consume all the energy that you currently have and do that effect. I'm actually going to skip here. Like I was saying during the daily run, you don't want to overstuff your deck because it makes it really hard to cycle to your win cons. But, and actually, this is a perfect time to explain. So this here is once you've beaten the game once with the first 3 characters, you unlock these key pieces. And then the way you get the extra floor, so instead of just doing the 3rd floor boss like we did with the daily run, you can fight a secret floor that I'm not going to do. I need to do it on the Ironclad and the Watcher. But basically, you have to get these 3 key pieces. One of them, every single chest, and they appear every floor until you decide not to. One of them will always appear with your chests, and you can either get the relic inside, or you can get the key piece. So you have to give up a relic there. And that's part of what makes it dangerous. There will always be a shiny elite that's stronger than ordinary elites. That's how you get another one. And then the last one you can dig up the first time you do a bonfire. So it's kind of a trade-off because you're trying to go to that extra floor to fight. You fight like an extra elite enemy with like a back attack mechanic, and then you fight the heart itself. Very, very difficult. I mean, if you want to see it, I have a couple videos you'd have to search through, but on my YouTube channel I have, and it should be linked in my Twitch, but on my YouTube channel I've done like the silent and then the defect runs to the heart. But you have to have all 3 key pieces, beat the game, and then it just takes you automatically 2nd floor. But it's a trade-off, because you're fighting a more difficult elite enemy. You're giving up 1 relic in a chest, and then you're giving up 1 of your bonfires where you could be resting or smithing. But we're going to fight this elite here anyways. It's this guy, okay. That's a little bit unfortunate because our anchor block goes to waste. But the way poison works, when you have something that applies poison, it goes down 1 every turn, but at the start of this enemy's turn, it loses that. So before it takes any action, we can only apply 3 poison at a time right now, but you can get up to, all builds where I'll go up to like 60 poison, and you just don't have to do anything except apply the poison to defend. Would have liked another attack card there, but that's fine. This enemy will buff the first turn, gain strength, and then it gains this effect. Whenever you play a skill, it gains strength. So that's kind of what I was talking about in the last run when we fought this guy, is I could gain 5 block right now. And so it would go up to 10 damage because it gained 2 strength. So it'd be a net positive of 3. But you have to consider it then keeps that strength for the rest of the fight. And because of our Orichalcum here, we'll only take 2 damage if we don't. So this enemy is one that I always just bomb rush. Maybe not the smartest way to do it. Like, you can kind of min-max it. Like, if you know you're going to kill it in, say, 1 or 2 turns, it might be worth it to block. That's going to hurt. So I will actually Piercing Will here. Because Piercing Will just drops it by 6 strength, but as you can see, it's still very, very powerful. And I'm gonna not defend here. Because we still get 6 strength if we have 6 block if we have no block. So I think that's probably the play there, but I'm not sure. Oh gosh. This still counts as an attack. That'll lower down to 20. Throw a poison stab at it. I'm just gonna eat this damage. I know it's probably not the way to do it, but I never know how to deal with this enemy. We got... Oh, dang it, I was gonna say, we got one more strike, we would have been good. But in this case, I'm gonna give myself a block. It's only 2 more than we would have gotten with our Orichalcum, but it's not gonna live long enough for the extra strength to matter. And that's where I always have a hard time finding that balance. And we'll use this Rejuvenate Potion probably next fight. But the pros to fighting those is we get a relic at the start of boss combats. This is actually really good for the secret floor if we were to do it, which we're not. Trust me, we're not. Especially not in an Ascension run. But whenever we enter a boss combat, we'll heal 25 HP. Very, very helpful. And I will get Backstab. It's innate, it's an exhaust, so it exhausts itself, it's removed until the end of combat when you use it, but innate means it always starts with it, and it's free because it's a 0 cost. Very, very nice. Just basically early damage. But yeah, here we could obtain the Ruby Key. I'm actually going to rest here. And then I'm going to take on another elite. We have another fire immediately after this one. Okay, this enemy. So I'm going to give myself the regen potion. So at the end of my turn, I heal it, it goes down. The deal with this enemy is it gains 8 armor every turn until you wake it up. And you wake it up by doing damage through its block, which we're going to do right now. And then we're just going to hit it for as much damage as we can. I'm not going to waste this because it exhausts. The problem with this enemy is I believe it attacks every turn unless it debuffs you. If it debuffs you, you use strength and dexterity, which permanently for that fight will lower your damage. So I usually just try to find a good balance of dishing out damage, gaining some block. It's not a fight. This is another fight. Like honestly, none of the elite fights are boss fights you want to drag out. But there are certain fights that I'm like, I just don't want to let that happen. But here we'll use Piercing Wail. Throw some attacks at it. And Orichalcum's really, really helpful for stuff like this too. Ugh. Okay, so here it's going to do its effect, so I'm just going to full-on attack it. I do wish we had some more ability to apply poison. I almost always go for a poison win con on this character, but it takes a while. But as you can see, we get 1 less block for every card now. We get 1 less damage. And the problem is this enemy can do that multiple times. Don't really have a choice but to throw up some block here, though. But, oh. Got a little freeze. There we go. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out why those CPU spikes happen. It's really annoying, but... Throw out another poison stab. I'm not even going to defend here because if I played 1 block, we'd do less damage, and we have Orichalcum, which is more blocks than that anyways. But the problem is you can already see how detrimental that is. If it does it again, which it can, and it's going to, it's even more troublesome, so... Hopefully we can kill it next turn. I don't know if we'll be able to, though. Poison will take it down to 8 HP, so we need to be able to do 8 damage here. Oh, sick. I was about to say, are we too short? Alright, it'll die to poison. Perfect. Yeah, that did not go very well. Letter opener. If you play 3 skills, yeah, that's helpful. Deadly poison, perfect. That's what we were looking for. Lovely smooth stone, that's just extra dexterity. So basically the opposite by 1. Very helpful, though. And I'm actually going to, well... Yeah, I'm just going to smith up that poison. Once we get a few poison cards, poison becomes so crazy good. Still not... Oh, no. We don't have any AoE. This could be bad. So it's these minions from that daily run. This guy will take 2 turns, I believe, and then it'll just launch it. This one's just a regular enemy that attacks for a lot of damage for some reason. This one gains strength every time you hit it, and this one will always block for another enemy. I'm just gonna backstab this one because it's doing the most damage. Then I'm gonna do this. Poison does go through block. I'm gonna hit this one. And then we'll block all of... Oh, wait, we already... I don't even need to block. We don't save energy between turns because we don't have the Ice Cream Relic anymore. But, and in fact, with letter opener, it might be worth it at some point to just be defending, but I'm gonna poison this guy and take out this one. None of them are attacking. We need to try and figure out if we can take out this enemy next turn, though. Which I just realized, yeah, here it comes. This enemy's gonna block for it, so this might not be so good. Yeah, 30 damage. That's not good. And we're gonna have to eat it. So we're piercing well. I'll lower down to 24. We get 6 block more Calcum. I should have focused this one. I thought we'd be okay not to. And I was wrong because I didn't think about the block. But it's already dead to poison. So don't gotta worry about that. Now we just gotta worry about this guy. And they're both dead to poison. Very nice. We are limping though. Essence of Steel, plated armor. Plated armor, I think we saw it in the daily run, but it gives you that much armor at the end of your turn, but every time you take unblocked damage, you lose one of it. I'm going to take Deflect here, it's just free block. Hopefully this isn't a fight. Okay, it's a shop. Start each combat with one artifact, negates the next debuff, sure. I also kind of want a Dagger Spray just because we have no AoE ability, but I'm going to grab the Relic. Ideally, I always try to buy relics from the shopkeep. Gotta heal here. And I honestly don't think I'm healthy enough to take on another elite fight, especially since I know which one it'll be. Because we fought the other two, I think. Well, maybe not, actually. We don't have any money, though, so let's stop in here. I don't need to heal here, though, because we'll have Pantograph, so we'll be up to 59 HP, so we should be fine. Let's just smith the card here. And let's smith our other poison. It only applies one more poison, but it also increases the damage that dagger does. Alright, it's Slime Boss. So, this enemy is weird. It'll split and then it'll split again, but and the problem is when it splits it sheds its poison sacks. But the first turn I believe it debuffs, the next turn it'll prepare a big attack. So we're gonna try and do as much damage here as possible, which we didn't get another attack. But I think it splits if you get it down to like 72 HP. But it prepares this, does a big attack. Not looking forward to that. Yeah, but we forced it to split. I would have liked to do a little bit more damage there. It's going to go down to 58 with the poison. And then when it splits, it'll split into two that can also split again, is the deal with this boss, as you can see by that effect. And it's at the HP it had before it split. So I'm also not going to worry about using my Essence of Steel. I just don't like plated armor. I don't think it's that helpful most of the time. It's, you know, it's negating damage. But our artifact from that, by the way, I forgot to mention that, just negates the first debuff we get. So it negated one of them there. They're both debuffing. I always just focus down one half. No need to worry about blocking if they're not doing damage here. I guess, well, if I could have actually played both of them there and gotten letter opener there. So maybe I should have, but that's little things that I'm no expert at this game. I always forget. Just piercing whale. I'm just gonna eat that 12 damage. We're still plenty healthy. Ooh, okay, it's gonna split already. A little bit more than I would have liked. But it's okay. I've gotten this down to like 2 HP before it splits again. It's hilarious. Well, they're all debuffing. So let's focus down the little blobs and then focus this one. That's usually my strategy. Just deal with them in pieces. It's there. What are they doing? Frail, less block, attacks, less damage. That's fine. Only one of them's attacking again. I'm actually going to poison this one. That'll die in 2 turns and it's not attacking this turn anyways. So, not so bad. But again, our poison game might not look super impressive right now with just 2 cards, even if they are upgraded. But seriously, you can get them up to like 30, 40 poison pretty easily if you have like 4 or 5 cards. That's not good. Let's weaken this one. And we can actually play every card here. This one's gonna die to poison. This one's low. Defend. Do that. Oh, I didn't have to turn. And my game freeze again. Oops. There we go. Yeah, just like quick little spikes, so it's so annoying. But this is also dead, so now it's time to focus on the other half. We're still plenty healthy. We've only lost... Well, that hurt a little bit, but we still lost like less than... I think we were at 59 going into here, so... Still totally doable. But ideally we get a couple good burst turns so that we can lower this before it splits so it doesn't split with a ton of health. But they keep giving us these random cards. A lot of enemies in this game actually do that, is they'll give you a bunch of like useless cards that you can't play, just chalk up your hand. I think it actually happens the most in the early game, just because you don't have a big deck size, so it makes sense to do that early on. Let's do this. Load it up with poison. It is going to split, but it's going to go down to 18 HP. That's helpful. Yeah, the other one had like 28 when it split, so not so bad. Just annoying that it gets rid of the poison stacks. Ah, my gosh. We should still be more than fine to beat this boss fight, but still not fun when the fight just takes forever. Because you have to consider, we have 17 cards in our deck, and 2 of them exhaust. So 15 of these cards are ours, and there's what, 21 here, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So there's 26 cards between our draw pile, our discard pile, and our hand. And considering the 2 that are exhausted, there's only 15 of those are actually our cards. But that's just how this game goes. We are going to take some damage here, but I still think we're okay to greed on our plated armor. Probably. Ah. I shouldn't have blocked there, actually, because we would have gotten more block with Orichalcum. That's fine. Oh boy. This fight shouldn't have been close, but we've gotten... Okay, it's debuffing, so we're good. We also didn't get any attack. Well, we got one. But as you can see... No, it's not attacking yet, but we... It's fine. We just need 2 strikes, game. Oh my gosh, I have to pop this. Actually, no, I didn't because of my Orichalcum. I'm dumb. That's okay. Oh my gosh, we still can't kill it. What is this card RNG, dude? We drew almost all the slimes before we drew like any more strikes. Yeah, I didn't need to pop my plated armor potion, but it's fine. And then we drew all of them in one hand. Jeez. Add 3 shifts to your hand. That's just 3-0 cost damage. Not a huge fan of anything here. I'm actually going to take Burst. I don't like this power because I think it does continue. You gain 2 intangible. So for 2 turns, all damage you take for every instance is only 1 damage. But then you continually lose dexterity at the end of your turn, and it becomes a very big problem very fast. Unload could be good too, but I'm just going to take a Burst. Because that could allow us, if we're lucky, to play poison more than once. So, place our starting relic, draw 3 cards. Not a big deal right now because we still only have the same energy. Wristblade can be good for a shield build. I'm actually going to grab Slaver Scholar though. During boss and elite combats, we get an extra energy every turn. Not bad. And we're fighting the... Okay. The boss of this floor is going to be a bit tricky. I'm trying to decide which path I want to do. But as you can see, the key boss showed up again. What I think I might do is go up this way, take a couple question marks, fight an elite for a relic, assuming I'm healthy enough. And there's potentially 2 elites that path. Because that's the big thing is I've realized with this game, you want to fight as many elites as you can. It's this enemy again. But you don't necessarily want to just be, you know, risking everything, you know? So let's strike. Didn't really get that with the poison. What's nice about poison too is it, again, it goes through plated armor. I'm gonna drink this though. 3 free shivs lowers that plated armor. Do that again, and you know what? I'm gonna do a block just so I don't take any damage because I believe this attack, when it's doing the buff and attack, it heals for unblocked damage, and it didn't heal at all there, so should be good. Here I'm going to completely block its damage. And with Letter Opener, we are below its plate armor again. That's really just what this enemy is whittling it down or trying to poison it. But again, for an 18-card deck, we only have 2 cards that poison. Though this is helpful. We'll neutralize. Super lowers damage. It's still going to do 4 damage, but it's... Oh, no, it's not, because of Orichalcum. So much stuff to keep track of in this game. Like, it's crazy, but still very helpful. And we got poison again, so now it's going to take 14 damage through its armor. So we should be able to finish it. Yeah, nice. I really like this character. This is one of my favorites. If not my favorite, I would say up to 4. Backflip's not bad. Blur is actually really good. It lets your block carry over one turn. There's relics and different cards that do that, but let's try Blur. Alright, what have we got? Navigating it on the street. Okay, we had this in our daily run. I will do this. So we go down to 49 max HP, but now we have cards. All of our strikes, the little daggers, turned into bites to heal. I would say usually it's worth it. It does, however, also hurt your campfire healing because your campfire is based on percentile health. Let's grab another poison. And you know what? Let's grab Footwork. It's a power, so once you play a power, it just is like a buff that you stick on yourself for that fight. Very, very helpful. Gaining 2 dexterity basically gives me 2 block on every extra card. Very helpful for long fights especially. This always bites me. That curse is one of the worst. Every time you draw it, at the end of your turn, every card, including this curse, you lose HP for it. How soon could we dump it off at a shop? We don't even have another shop this floor. Usually, I'm just going to take the 100 gold then. I could get an extra 175 gold, and if there was a shop soon enough, that would be so worth it. But it would literally be next floor before we could get rid of that curse, unless we got it out of like a question mark or something, so not worth it. This enemy has a ton of block, and it has the barricade effect, so the block doesn't disappear, so it just stacks up block. Poison does go through it, but it has 3 artifacts, so as you'll see, negates that first poison. It's still usually faster to just poison, honestly, but I'm going to blur. Do that. And because of blur, this block will carry over to next turn, including the block from the anchor. So very nice. Now we don't even have to worry about blocking this turn. We've gotten rid of all of its relics. So we'll see. We'll just lower some of its block. But this enemy loves to stall you out no matter what build you're doing. Apparently it tried to debuff us there. But so here I'm gonna... I should have footworked first, oops. Footwork. That's up to 8 block. It's doing 22 damage, so let's Piercing Wail. And now we completely block its damage. Very nice. Burst. We haven't been getting burst with the poison, but it would be very helpful when that happens. That's all of its damage though, so let's just whittle down its block. Here it's attacking, you're going to add a little bit more to its block though. Like I said, this enemy just likes to stall you out. 22 damage here. Let's blur. Like, I'm just going to go full block here. Now we're over blocking, transferring some of that over to next turn. That's really what this game is about though. On the regular floor especially, you want to mitigate damage. But here what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this much poison, and then I'm going to defend. So we don't take any damage this turn, and it will die to poison in 2 turns. So I can just end my next turn and it'll die. Very helpful. Didn't take any chip damage. So nice. And that's the power of poison. It had another 32 block that we could have torn through, in addition to its health. Or we could just wear down its artifacts and poison it. I am going to take Dagger Spray here. I think it's always good to have at least 1 or 2 AoE cards. And then let's upgrade a card. Gonna upgrade another poison. I'm not gonna fight the shiny elite. I don't need the key pieces, and I'd really rather not just take extra damage. This enemy, when it takes damage, it gains block, and it gains more and more consecutive block if you attack it a bunch of times in one turn. For example here, gains 3. Next time it took damage, it'd go up to 4. I should have footworked first. Oops. We still shouldn't take damage this turn. Yeah. Nice. Not making a huge amount of use out of like our bite healing so far, but that's because we haven't been taking damage. Okay. Here we're going to get some poison down. Purple block, let her open our proc, but we are going to take a chunk of damage here. We're going to take 16. Ow. It hurts so much more when you have less max HP. Let's weaken it. It's not attacking, but that's fine. And then I'm just gonna... I mean, it doesn't matter what I do there. Yeah. If I could just draw a burst with poison, but... Here, it debuffed me, but it has 16 poison on it, so as long as I get 1 attack, I can just end my turn and it dies. What is nice about having low max HP is, though, Pantograph makes healing really easy. Block Potion's good, free block. This is really good, so we got two that I would like to get. Noxious Fumes is a power. Once I play it, and once it's upgraded, it's 3 poison, but it's just at the start of my turn, extra poison attacks. Bouncing Flash, you play 2, and it applies 3 poison to a random enemy 3 times. And when you upgrade, I believe it does it 4 times. I'm going to grab Noxious Fumes, though, because it's a little bit more consistent. And with this block potion, I'm going to upgrade that power, actually. It would have been nice to get another relic, but... ugh. Let's see what this has in store for us. Pen Nip, every 10th attack. That's not so good for us, but it's still free damage. Because we are going to be relying on poison a little bit more. Question mark fight's annoying. So the problem here is this enemy will buff itself and get a bunch of strength, but when you die, we get 2 turns of vulnerable. And this enemy, we are just going to poison. In fact, I could have bursted there. What's the most block I can gain? Let's do that. Block would carry over the next turn, but we're not going to block everything. And I'm not going to waste my block potion here. Alright, what have we got here? Deflect. I always forget to do that first. I would have gotten 2 more block out of that. Let's weaken this. And then we're gonna... I really like... See, the problem is we're preventing... Yeah, we'll just show it. We're preventing... Oh, wait, we had our artifact. I'm an idiot. I was gonna say, it tried to make us vulnerable, but I was gonna say... Maybe not worth it, but with the free artifact we get from this, that was definitely a play. I'm just dumb. Here we're gonna do this, and gain 8 block. Heal 2 HP. Still gonna take some damage, and it's gonna heal 4 HP, but we've applied so much poison. Yeah. So it does heal when it does that attack, based on unblocked damage. Let's bite for some HP. Defend. But this is the nice thing about having poison, is if we can go even on block, it's just gonna die eventually. Same strat works for bosses, so the boss of this floor, if it's the one I'm thinking of, is gonna be really obnoxious. We will still heal here. Alright. Duplication potion, that's really good for applying poison. What have we got here? We're not going for a Shiv build, though that is really fun to do. Finisher, Tactician, is discarded from here. I'm gonna skip here. Like I said, I just don't want to overchalk my deck. We already have 23 cards in our deck. It's making it harder to cycle to our poisons when we need them. So, shot, can we buy a relic? Start of each combat, choose... I'm not a huge fan of that one. Catalyst can be really good. I'm gonna buy this and this. Because those powers do stacks, now we have 2 footwork, so when both of them are down, every block we get is 4 more block. Super nice. And looking at the past, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fight, see how much health we have, fight the next elite for another relic, then we can decide if we need to heal our upgraded card before the boss of this floor. 3 floors for every run unless you're doing the secret floor again. This is obnoxious. Okay, this guy likes to guard. This one will buff and heal each other, so you always focus this one down first. Dagger sprays a lot of damage, though. Yeah, oh, it was so much damage because of Pen Nip. I'm going to apply 7 poison here. And I'm actually going to heal. Now the cleric is definitely not healing because it was at full health at the start, so the cleric is dead next turn no matter what. And if we're lucky, the Centurion will waste its turn on trying to block for its friend. Okay, it didn't. So here, let's play defensively. Still gonna take a couple damage, and let's play that. Maybe I should have healed, I don't know. But as you can see, start of return, apply 3 poison to all enemies. So now sitting that. Oh my gosh, why is it doing so much damage? I'm gonna do this. And you know what? That is enough damage. I'm just gonna do that. Might as well use the block potion. I always try to hold on to potions for too long too, and it's hard because then you might not have them when you need them. But then you might greed and die, so... You know what? I'm going to burst for defend. So 3 block will carry over to next turn. Not so bad. Nice. We can do 7 damage here, it dies. Which we can. Perfect. Nice. Tropic Brew. Okay. We'll definitely use this to do poison on the elite. Dodge and roll. This one's already upgraded. Let's try it. I think we're okay to fight the elite. We could we upgrade here? Catalyst, triple the enemy's poison, sure. Hopefully we don't die against this elite. We do only have 30 HP. Oh. Oh. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, these always all attack the first turn. Let's footwork. I'm gonna weaken the one that's doing the most damage. I'd say this calls for a change in tactics. I'm gonna duplication potion, dagger spray. That's 24 damage to all of them. Then we're gonna see what this gives us. Throw this. Fight this one. Fight this one. Oh, that went really well. That's the power of potions. And now we don't take any damage this turn. This is not an elite, though, that I wanted to let drag on, because it's very, very dangerous. Let's, Oxus Fumes. Oh, and I forgot we get extra energy every turn, because, this is an elite fight. Block all of its damage, and end the turn. I don't even need to waste all my energy there. Just doesn't matter. Fumes. Yeah, so this one gives us unplayable cards. Do that. Would work. I actually should have attacked it another time, but it's fine. It's dead in 2 turns. Yeah, we can just end the next turn. Or use a bite if we draw one to get a little bit of HP. Yeah, it's fine. Nice. And we don't actually have to heal at our last bonfire because we have Pantograph. You can now dig for elixir. Ooh, and another Entropic Brew. I'll take Outmaneuver Plus. Do I want to upgrade a card or do I want to dig for a relic? What do we have to upgrade? Pretty much all of our poison is upgraded. We could upgrade footwork to get more defenses invested. I'm just going to dig for a relic, see what it gives us. Start return, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Okay. We got another Entropic Brew, which is nice. So this enemy first turn summons little allies. Very, very annoying. We drew Catalyst before we put down any poison. Let's put down footwork and Fleur. That'll carry block over to next turn. And I should have done this first, actually, but why not? Flex Potion, gain 5 strength for the turn. Oh, that's crazy. So because we had our artifact from that, apparently it counted the strength down at the end of the turn as a debuff, so we got 5 strength for this fight. I'm gonna hold off on the Blessing of the Forge, and then I'll do this next turn, probably. Yeah, summons minions. This boss, I do think it does have a limit of 2 minions, but I always focus down the minions first. Let's do this, upgrade those cards. See what this gives us. Gain 5 regen. Try Colorless Potion. Do that, strength down. Let's weaken this one again. So we can outplay all these. Okay, so we burst, poison one of these. Let's do the boss. Yep. Dagger Spray. Outmaneuver next turn, gain 3 energy, so next turn we'll have 3 more energy to work with. And all of these start on 3 damage because the letter opener was doing a bunch of work too. Nice. Still gonna take some damage, but not so bad overall. And Mercury Hourglass got them all nice. That worked out insanely well. Let's deflect. You know what I can actually do? Liquid Memories. So I can choose a card, my Catalyst, play it. Now it's up to 51 poison. That's what I'm talking about, though. Like, it becomes insanely, like, strong. Because now it's dead in 2 turns. 1 turn if we can do 25 damage. And see, it's debuffing this turn, so we don't even have to do anything. So good. You are mine. Ugh, it always looks like it hurts. But nice. And now he's dead. Perfect. $98 gold. I'm going to take Died out of here, I think. So, Grand Finale looks really cool, but you're almost never going to have no cards in your draw pile. Otherwise, obviously, it would be great. Because anytime you have to draw, including just getting a new hand, you'd have to go to exactly 0 cards. It just never happens. Whereas Die to Die is just a one-time 13 damage to all enemies, and it has no strings attached. Velvet Choker, extra energy every turn. No more than 6 cards per turn. Double the effectiveness of potions. Awaits drop an extra relic. The problem with getting Blackstar is it's probably only going to pay out with 1 or 2 extra relics. And we can dig for relics at Campfire, so it might not even be worth it taking the risk. You know what? I never take Sacred Bark. Let's try it. So for example, here we'll get 10 regen. Okay, what boss is it? I didn't see. Okay, so this boss, I don't know if we're going to be able to beat this boss. Usually third floor is where a lot of my runs end. But this boss spawns in with 2 little enemies that have a good chunk of health, and then it actually will revive. It has like 300 HP. The enemies have like 49 or 50 usually, but it'll revive. And I don't know what the buff does with bosses or deadlier on Ascension 4. So, what path do we want to take? I kind of want to take this triple question mark here to the shop, because we have enough money to probably buy a relic. Okay, these guys have thorns. That's annoying. So what we're going to do is get rid of the one that doesn't have thorns. Poison the ones that do. And then let's do blur. Luckily, relic damage doesn't take that damage back. Whenever these enemies buff, which they do a lot, they get more and more thorns. So regular enemies like, I don't know, like the Ironclad's a good example. It becomes an issue because then you have to have enough block or you're taking a bunch of chip damage. But we can just poison these guys down. Maybe I should block a little bit more, it's fine. We're only taking 2 damage here. Okay. Oh, it's just gonna give me some useless cards. Nice. So, do Noxus Fumes. We'll triple poison on the one that's got a little bit more. Why not lay that down? So the nice thing is these 2 are both dead in 1 turn. I don't even have to worry about the thorns as it goes up to 8 each. And then this enemy is dead to Mercury Hourglass. So, very nice. Don't even have to lift a finger. That's why I like this character so much. A lot of setup, but then you can just kind of play defensively. Riddle with Holes. Deal 4 damage 5 times for 2 energy. I'm going to skip here. Like I said, I mean, we only have so much poison, and that is our win con, so no reason to overstuff the deck. That's one of my biggest, like, things I'm susceptible to in this game. Alright, let's... With just one enemy, I don't think Noxious Fumes is as important, so let's lay down a Deadly Poison. Footwork. And... let's just do this. It doesn't matter what card we discard. Oh. Come on. Come on, there we go. I swear I have like a pretty decent PC, but it just hates me. It hates me so much. Defend. Quick Slash. Neutralize good. I was hoping for something a little bit more defensive. Do that. As always, on the regular floor, you just want to mitigate as much damage as you can take. It's just so dangerous to be taking chip damage. So let's, double defend. We'll take 1 damage and give ourselves 3 energy next turn. We don't have a lot of poison stacks on this enemy, but it only has 31 more HP, so not a big deal. Oh yeah, it's dead. Let's heal. Very nice. Predator. Deal 20 damage and draw 2 additional cards. That can be good. I'm gonna pass again here, though. Nothing I'm too impressed with. It's a lot of direct damage cards, but we're not relying on direct damage. You know, we're not a strength build. That's not a big fan. I'm gonna grab this because we can just remove it at the merchant. It only heals me for 1 HP and it gives me a curse, but hey, free chest. Play power card. We only have 1, but still helpful. Hey! Enemy dies, gain energy, draw 1 card. Okay, not bad. And I'm just gonna dig for a relic here. Like I was saying earlier, pretty much all the cards that are poison based, which is our win con, are already upgraded. We get squeeze some more damage or block out of our other cards, but let's just get free relics. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block, and not the most useful thing, but it's still helpful. We're gonna go here. What do you got? Whenever you add a card to the deck, that's not gonna be much value. I don't like that one. That lets you get cards from other colors, which is other characters. For example, the Silent is green. Let's remove the curse we got. And then, do you have anything else worth getting here? Shuffle 3 random cards. They cost 3. That could be interesting. I'm actually going to get a ghost in a jar and a block potion, because our potions are double effective. So we have so much to work with. Ooh, and we got another question mark fight. That's always annoying. Oh my gosh, 32 damage. Ugh. Just backstab anyone. Maybe the one with least health. Dagger spray. Die, die, die. So piercing well would be more. So I could gain 6 blocks, or I could knock 6 damage this turn off of each of them. So that should be better. Still gonna take 6 damage, but I would really ideally like to save these for the boss. Which I didn't check which boss it is. No, I did. I'm just dumb. Okay. This boss is difficult because when it revives, like I was talking about. Yeah, I did talk about this. When it revives, it sheds all its poison stacks. But because of Mummified Hand, when we play a power card, random card became free. Let's just stab one of them. And we could stack a block here, but I'm going to give myself 3 energy next turn. Very nice. This could be a completed Ascension 4, and it really depends on how the boss fight goes. Because this boss is scary, there's a high chance it just nukes me. It's usually what happens. That's not good. Okay. So what we do here is we give this much poison this one, this much poison this one, triple this one's poison, and they're both dead. Perfect. Nice. Plate dance, add 3 shifts to your hand. Nope. Piercing Wail plus. Oh, I could get another new for. I will grab one more Piercing Wail because they do exhaust, and it is a pretty big damage decrease, especially in AoE fights. Future card rewards. We're not gonna have a whole lot of visual. You can see there, I keep forgetting to mention it, but that's like forgetting the key pieces. The Sapphire Key is just gonna be tied to every chest until we choose to take it over one of the relics, but maybe I'll do one on stream eventually, but it's really, really hard to get a win against that. The secret floor. I will probably just die when I do it, admittedly, but it's fine. Let's fight. We have enough blocks, so let's outmaneuver. Well, we don't have any poison triple. It's fine. I'm gonna try and take care of these guys first, so they don't keep debuffing me with these extra cards that are useless, and they both win the draw pile that time. And then we'll deal with this one. Is the plan. Would work. Make that free. If I do this, Mercury Hourglass will kill that next turn, and then let's Piercing Wail, because that'll knock off an artifact. Still gonna take 3 damage, but we do want to knock these off as fast as possible so we can get poison. Because why work through 60 block when you can just do 20 damage and poison damage, you know? Alright, let's see. Ugh, not what I was looking for. I'm going to Dagger Spray just to do some damage to this. Then we're going to play this because it's free. Play Defend. Burst Survivor because you have to discard a card for Survivor, and now we have more than enough block. Won't pass over to next turn, but it's fine. Okay. Poison Stab, this one more artifact. Or, yeah, artifact. I always confuse artifact with a relic. Just because it sounds about the same. Let's fight this. Heal some HP, gain a block. Heal a little bit more HP. Nice. And it's free to stagger more block. It only has 1 more protection from a status effect, so 22 damage is gonna hurt. That's also unfortunate. That's his last artifact down, but we're about to lose almost half our health. We do still have this regen potion, but I really wanted to save it for the boss, because if it goes from 10 regen to 9 regen to 8 because of the effect being doubled, I would much rather, you know, save that for a really long fight. I don't know if I'm going to get the choice, though, depending on how much damage I take here. Same with, like, 2 turns of taking 1 damage from everything, and just a free 24 block. Like, I want to use that for... Yeah, this is dead, though, so we're fine. But that was the price we gave up for giving max HP for the cards that healed us. Attack potion, I'm fine on that. That just gives you a random attack that's free for the turn. I don't need another Piercing Wail. I'm going to pass on all these. I'd rather just... We're almost at 30 cards in the deck. I'd rather just be able to cycle to my poison faster. And we do need to... I'm not taking this elite fight. It's a little bit too dangerous right now. Oh. Stuff froze. Oh. There we go. This enemy's weird. So HP looks crazy. Basically, what this enemy's deal is it dies in 5 turns. And then its damage is lowered every time you do damage to it, and that includes poison. So as you can see, that went down by 29. It should lose 11 more. You just backstab it. What's nice is, yeah, poison should knock that down, so we shouldn't take damage here. Poison works really well against this enemy because you only lose 1 stack. But that's still 10 poison for next turn. But this turn it's 50. Down to 43. Can just use this to heal. Luckily. And we take a little bit of damage here, I think, but that's fine. It's all about minimizing it. There's a very real chance we die here if we greed our potions, but I will use the block potion before anything else, to be honest. Let's see. Not ideal. Do quick slash. Perfect. It's up to 27 poison now. Deflect is free. Let's blur. So if I'm calculating this right, I don't know. Poison should just be 27 damage down, but I don't know if it's... Okay, yeah. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't go 1 for 1 on the poison, but nice. Alright, 2 more turns to survive off this enemy. Piercing Wail is helpful though. So this is 24. Yeah. Let's see. It still has 26 poison stacks, so I'm going to Survivor. Discard a random card, and then I'm actually going to outmaneuver. So I'll have 3 more energy for the most dangerous turn. Yeah, we still take 4 damage. That's fine. Okay, 80 to work through. We can play all our cards here, but... Alright. So it's gonna go down to... What is that? 19. We have 4 block. So that's what? 40, 15 damage? We're just gonna do that. I really hate to use that, but... When we only have this much health, that is probably not wise. Yeah, it just dies automatically. And we got a potion back. 6 turns of weak is nice. Use that on the boss. Add a random skill into your turn. You know what? Let's try that, because it is free. Alright, 2 more fights and then the boss. These enemies we just have to kill. They revive in 2 turns if you don't do them evenly. Not a big deal. Well, let me see. So 10 damage. I'm going to play Footwork. Makes a random card free. Play another Footwork. Piercing Wail became free. Backstab the one that's gonna block. And yeah, we can just Dagger Spray. Killing him evenly usually isn't a huge Jujutsu, but I have had a couple revive before if you get really unlucky draws, and it is just as obnoxious as it sounds. Oh my gosh, okay. 9 block, gain 10 block. We pretty much have to play this defensively. And I'm gonna heal. Attack the one with the most HP. We will take... What is that? 8 damage this turn? Yeah. That did not feel good. Okay, only 12 damage this turn. Weaken it down to 9. Blur. We'll bite the ones. Poison isn't going to be the most helpful here. Bite the ones that are going to shield up next turn. Okay. It's Piercing Wail. Die will... Oh! Okay, and if I do this, it's just dead to Mercury Hour. Let's just let it go. It's dead to Mercury Hourglass next turn. But as you can see, this is turn 1. I get 1 more turn, turn 2, and then they revive, and it's not a huge issue here, though. That went well. We got our block potion back. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on it here, because I think 10... That's potentially a lot of health regen. 6 turns of weakening a boss is super helpful. 2 turns of just taking 1 damage is going to be more helpful than 24 block at once. We'll take 1 more poison source. And we're just... I'm going to heal. I could be greedy and dig for a relic, but I'm not going to. Left or right? Let's go right, because it's the right thing to do. The maw, huh? Ugh. Okay, can't really... Nothing else here is going to be worth doing this turn. I don't know what debuff it does here, actually, but we do have one artifact. And growl at me. Gave me one debuff, and then it made me frail. Apply some poison. Footwork. I mean, die to die free. We unfortunately can't block that 5 damage, that's fine. Never mind, we had Ornamental Fan. Awkward. What's funny is actually Ornamental Fan's worse than ending the turn with no block because of Orichalcum. Alright, let's see, Distraction and a random skill. Next turn your attacks are sure, why not? It's buffing this turn. I really don't want to let this encounter drag on for too long. Don't know if I'm going to get much of a choice. Oh. Let's get that deflect up. I'm going to apply this poison, and then I'm going to throw up a bunch of defense. Still going to take, what is that, 16 damage? Yikes. 24 damage here. Okay. We absolutely have to defend. Heal a little bit. We are on death's door. You know what? I'm going to bite my pride, and I'm going to weaken it. Still going to take 10 damage, but we're definitely not looking great. Alright, footwork. Blur. Defend, outmaneuver. Because a blur will have 20 defense next turn, and it's just buffing this turn, and we'll have 3 extra energy because of outmaneuver. So hopefully we can do something with that. Oh my gosh. Triple the enemy's poison. Jeez, 105 poison stacks. Heal up a little bit. Nice. Grapper. Yeah, we'll grab prepared. Alright, so here, because of Pantograph, we'll actually heal to full. So I'm just going to get one last relic. Start of each combat, one boom. Okay, that's first turn burst to every enemy. Could be good. And yeah, so we have these two guys. The first turn, they always buff. And then they give themselves ritual, so they get strength every consecutive turn. So we want to get rid of them. Get a random skill that's free. Piercing Wail, sure. Lower the boss's damage. Let's backstab this one. The problem with this boss is every time, it's only on the first phase, but when you play a power card, it gains 1 strength permanently. I don't think applying 3 poison is worth it that. So I'm not gonna. We can kill... Let's do this. I could Piercing Wail again, that'd be hilarious, but... Do this, do this. Both the cultists are dead. Not even a threat. Now it's just us and the boss. I shouldn't have been... Wait, no, that was because of... Okay, never mind, I was about to say. Had Gremlin Horn, but it was because of that. So let's do footwork. Nice, it did make a defend card free. But once this enemy goes down to 0, it does lose that Unawakened for the gaining power, or curiosity, I mean. It does have 10 regen every turn, though. I'm going to pop this. We did already pop 1 power now. I'm going to play my intangible here. 2 turns of 1 damage. Very helpful. Do this, 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 and this. That way we don't even have to block next turn, and even though the damage will be 1 next turn. But here, we're already down on all our potions. I don't know if we'll survive this fight, in all honesty. It is a very dangerous fight. Not what I was looking for. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to beat this boss here. You would not believe how many runs for this character, because it sheds all its poison stacks when it revives the second time, how many losses I've had to this boss specifically. At least we can play everything in our hand here. So we won't take damage, but the regen is really annoying. Because even though we're doing 32 poison, that's softened up by 10, so... Oh my gosh. Oh, another freeze. Ah, that's so annoying. I'm going to get rid of the attacks here. And we're going to go full on defense. And hope that we don't take too much damage. Yeah, perfect. Jeez. Still better than Time Boss. Still not the boss I was hoping to fight. Yeah, we're just going to have to eat the damage here, unfortunately. Yeesh. And our regen potion didn't do much worse because like 3 of 4 of those turns we are at full health. Poison it up. Gotta defend, we got a piercing wail. It's really effective though, lowering its strength on these multi-hit turns, which is nice. And it'll go into second phase in 2 turns. So, not looking terrible, we're still not looking great. And it is dead. Let's blur, deflect. I will play this next cycle. I would love to play it now. But, again, it's going to gain strength if I do. So now it grows spikes. And now we're free to play our power cards. It's also really going to hurt. Oh boy. Okay. Let's blur. Go full defense, because with blur, we're only going to carry 4 block. With 47 block, only 4 carries over. Jeez. We're so gonna die. Still taking 12 damage, and our regen's pretty much run its course. Oh boy. 39 dead. That will literally kill us. Luckily we got that. Let's play prepared real quick. Get rid of this. Get rid of... I'd love to get the poison going, but what I'm going to do here is defend, burst, survivor. And now we're only going to take 3 damage. We don't have enough poison to make completely defending like super worth it, but I don't know how we're going to survive this fight in general. Alright, time to throw a poison stab. Throw up a block. Let's just heal. I could quick slash and see what that extra card we drew is. Might be another defense, but 7 damage is fine. I'm really nervous. I don't think we're going to be able to get this run done. Okay. Because of this void card it gave us, we have 1 center, so let's apply poison. Oh, gosh. Whew. Oh. Oh, no. Ooh. 27 damage. Play all of these. Oh, hey, we can fully block it. Nice. The problem was when it shed all its poison stacks, we really just didn't have the ability to get that poison back on it fast enough. And is Catalyst already used? Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have used that on the first phase. I got scared, and it was definitely not the correct play. Alright, 2 damage this turn, but we can heal 4. It's going to be so tantalizingly close, I can feel it. We're just going to have one hand where the RNG is not in our favor. And it's attacking basically every turn. Alright, Noxious Fumes will make one of these free. Okay, if I burst, it does the same regardless, but I think this makes block travel for 2 turns, yeah. So if we have any block left over next turn, it'll carry on to the following turn. 9 here. It gave us another void, which is annoying because we are, yeah, basically guaranteed to draw it. Third. Get rid of these 2. Is this where we die? I think this is where we die. I guess I could have quick slashed to see if I drew a... Yeah, that's unfortunate. Honestly, not a terrible run, but like I said, I win maybe 1 out of every, like, 10 runs. Very, very difficult game. Ah, that's fine. So close. But not ideal. Anyway, let's hop into another run. I'm still good to go for, honestly, I would say another couple hours. Who do I want to play? Let's try out... I like the defect. So the defect's deal is you generate these orbs. Let's just hop in, but yeah, 75 base HP. I think they all start out with 99 gold. Yeah, they do. Okay. Channel 1 lightning. So let's hop into here. Hello again. He looks like he's in so much pain. But he's such a good guy, or whatever it is. Upgrade a card, 3 random potions. You know what? Actually, when's the first shop? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. We got 1 unplayable card. Then we'll take this path and immediately get a shop where we can remove that. And we just got a ton of starting gold. So we have these 3 orb slots. You can get more orbs. But his deal is you have every orb that you play has a passive and evoke. Evoke activates when you either use a card that evokes or when it's cycled out. So if I have 3 orbs and I play another orb, it'll cycle them out and it'll use its evoke. So for example, lightning, every lightning I have does 3 damage at the end of the turn to a random enemy. when it's evoked, is 8 damage to a random enemy. No need to block because it's buffing. But this is why I didn't let these enemies live on that last boss. At the end of its turn, it gains 4 strength. Becomes a very big problem. But here, Zap is really the only card I think we start out with. This would evoke an orb twice. I'm not going to do that. Just going to lay down some damage. But free damage here. There's also, so there's the Dark Orb, which is every turn that its passive is it gains damage. And then the evoke is whatever damage it's built up, like a nuke. It just pops. The Frost Orb, I think, is like block and passively, and then more block when it pops. And then I'm trying to think. There's a Plasma one that's energy gain, but very, very fun. There's obviously things that can give you more orb slots. You can gain focus, which increases these effects. But here we can just end this fight. But I really like this character. Lots of fun. Draw 3 card potion. Let's grab Turbo. Could be fun. It does shuffle one of those that the boss gave us, losing energy, but it gives us 2 energy immediately free. I'm gonna grab Melter though. Removes all block from the enemy. Very, very helpful against a lot of enemies. Let's go to the shop. Alright, what you got? That's honestly, I don't take curses. I don't need that. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna remove the curse. And then I'm going to buy Fruit Juice. Gives me 5 max HP. And then I'm gonna save the rest of my gold for the next shop. Nothing really blew me away there, so I'm not gonna just worry about it. We meet again. This guy wants... You can have my draw 3 card potion. Sure. He gave me Anchor. We got that again. That's helpful. Now, this character's only on Ascension 3, so bosses aren't deadlier, but elites still spawn more often. Normal enemies are deadlier. Elites are deadlier. I cannot imagine what happens when you're up to, like, Ascension 20. Another shop. Whenever you enter a shop, heal 5 HP, or permanently gain 1 extra block. Let's do Meal Ticket. Free heals are free heals. What path do we want to go? Let's go up here, and then if we're still healthy, we'll go for a second elite. If not, we can go for the bonfire. Grab this. I'm going to lose 6 max HP because we're already missing that health. And now we get more gold, which makes our shops even more valuable because now we heal every shop. And we have a bunch more gold to spend. Let's see what elite we get. It's this guy, okay. Hit him as hard as we can. As far as cards I want to upgrade, I always try to upgrade Zap first because it makes it free. Aside from that, it's just kind of iffy. Yeah. I'm just going to bum rush him. Like I said, he gains more strength if we defend, so... End the fight ASAP instead of defending, because anytime you play a skill, he gains strength. That does hurt a lot, but... including channeling under the lightning. You know, we should be able to kill it, so let's do that. Like I said, net gain is 3. Gains 2 strength, we gain 5 block. As long as we can end this next turn, which hopefully we can. We only need to do 12. Oh, yeah, more than enough. Perfect. Nice. First time shuffling. Sorry, I keep forgetting to check it. Followers, friends, and viewers on my stream. I'm good, man. I'm just streaming for fun. Not really my deal to buy like followers and stuff like that, but... Anyway, defragment, so game and focus increases the effect. Very nice power. Alright, so... Ooh. Let's defend twice. That'll completely block this 18 damage. And as you can see, game and focus, now this is doing 4 damage. And on evoke, it's doing 9 instead of 8. Let's defend. Channel another lightning. Strike this one. Gonna take 3 damage, but that's fine. We took quite the chunk against that elite, so we might just heal in our next fight, but not a big deal. Finish this fight off. Nice! I do like Streamline. Let's try it. So Streamline, it's a big chunk of damage for 2 energy, but every time you use it, the cost goes down. So super helpful in long fights. Let's smith that lightning here. And we're gonna go this path. EGT set, after every rest site, you enter the next combat with 2 energy for the first turn. That'll help with this elite, and that affects every boss. You know what, let's rest. Because we are about to fight an elite, no telling what it would be. Okay, it's this guy. The one that can lower your strength and dexterity. Very annoying. It stinks. I would have loved to just get full attack cards on our first turn with the extra energy, but here it goes with the 20 damage. Jeez, let's streamline. You know, let's melt her. I'm just gonna eat the 20 damage. Maybe not the smartest idea, but we could have only blocked 5. Pop this. Pop 2 defense. Nice. Still taking 10 damage. This is gonna be dangerous. Alright, here it's debuffing already, so we're gonna do this. Now let's dual cast, because that'll be... yeah, 18 damage. Not bad. Hopefully we can kill it within a turn or two. $14 damage here. Yeah, we should be able to kill it. Nice. Got the Gremlin Horn again. Speed Potion's a 1-turn dexterity boost. We'll grab... ooh, I really like Recursion. So it gives you the evoke effect and then rechannels that orb. But I'm gonna grab... well, grab it actually. I was thinking about grabbing Leak there, but fine. So I'm gonna take the heal. We get this curse here. If we remove it, it's unplayable. If we do remove it at a shop, we lose 3 max HP. Not the biggest deal. We could have also fought the mushrooms, but I don't mind taking it for heal, honestly. Here, let's upgrade Defragment. Extra focus. Here we give up HP to find a relic. Okay. 45 HP should be enough for Slime Boss, I think. If not, it's only the first floor, so let's see what we can do. 5 more damage on that. Make recursion free. Sure. I like making guards free. That's always fun. So we got Slime Boss again. It'll split once it's at a certain amount of HP, so... I'm actually going to evoke an orb immediately. I hate to do that because we still only have one ability. Like, literally, that Zap card is the only ability we have to make orbs. But here it's going to prep that big attack. We don't want to let it do that. Slime Crush. Ideally, we should be able to prevent it. Yeah, I was going to say, we should be able to do enough damage here that it doesn't do that big attack. So as long as we don't take too much ship damage while getting rid of these, we'll be okay. Oh my gosh, we might be dead. Maybe I should have popped my speed potion there. Would have gained 10 block. That is unfortunate. Alright, 12 damage here that we can't block actually, so let's do this. This, and we can actually force it to split, so we're good. Nice. And we got it down so low that it's only going to have 6 HP next time. Alright, please don't all be attacking. Oh my gosh. Well, this could be bad. Actually, we're dead. I should have popped my speed potion there. I just didn't think of it. We would have barely... That's okay. Like I said, that's how the runs go. I lose a lot of runs. Let's just hop back into it. That was such a short run. We'll do another defect run. Probably, I would say my favorite character is the Silent, followed by the Defect, followed by the Watcher, followed by the Ironclad. I really don't like the Ironclad. Since this is an option, let's see. Not really any benefit to gain from 3 1 HP enemies, aside from it being 3 quick fights. Random rare card. 99 gold for 14 max HP is good. These are tempting. No, let's try this. 89 starting max HP on the Defect is good. Oh boy. Let's make sure we don't take any more damage, because we know we have quite a few fights coming up. It's buffing and blocking. Nice. Let's see. Deals damage. Draw 4 cards. Just score cards. That's not gonna be super helpful. Let's grab this. Go for the eyes. Deal 3 damage. It's free though, and if the enemy is going to attack, you can lower that by 25% by giving it weak. Not bad at all. Perfect example there, though. We're just gonna kill that. Yeah, this character, I really like just doing lightning builds. Dark builds can be fun. Frost is a little underwhelming. I think it's only like 2 block at base. But free block is free block as well, so not bad. And we can just end the turn and the lightning will take care of it. Nice. You know what? Let's try it. So dark, channel 1 dark, like I was saying. So every turn, its passive effect is increases damage. When it's evoked, it deals a huge chunk of damage, and it is to damage to the enemy with the least HP. And let's go for the double question mark. We're gonna fight an elite after this, so hopefully those question marks aren't like both fights, but it's a cultist. But as you can see, went up to 12 damage. Like, dark builds can be really fun, but you have to be able to stall it out and protect that orb. And the problem is too, with only 2 cards to actually create orbs, it's gonna take 2 more, like an entire other cycle to even get this out. Do this. You know what, actually, let's do this. It's dead next turn to lightning anyways, but still kind of neat to see what this can do. Yeah, here, like, do that and then, yep. So there's a bunch of damage, very nice. Let's grab a self-repair, very useful power. When upgraded, it's like 10 heal, but it's just a heal. Once you play it, at the end of that combat, you'll heal. Give me a good relic. Nice, we got it first try. Extra block. Nice. How soon can we dump this? You know what? I'm willing to go 175 gold. It usually costs like 75-ish to get rid of it at a shop. So, we'll see. But here we can just pop real repair, pop that. And honestly, I'm not going to break it out of the shelf this turn. I don't know how many turns it is before it does wake up, but no need to do it this early. And I'm gonna Gambler's Brew this. Nope, not that. We don't need to defend this turn. And if we do that, we actually don't even get the weakness from that. And now we'll pop it. Because now we have 2 orbs setting up and a dark orb cooking up some damage. Nice. We'll block. You know what? We'll block entirely here. I hate to stall out against this enemy because it'll nerf strength and dex, but we still will recover 7 HP at the end of this fight. But we can't actually. Ugh. We're definitely going to take some damage this fight. This and the ogre, you pretty much are just going to take damage. It's just about trying to figure out what the correct way to play it is. So here we'll just pop this dark orb here. Unfortunately, we are weakened for the next turn because of our curse. But hopefully, we'll be okay. Do this. This, and we'll pop 1 defend. We're still at base dex because we had 1 above, but our strength has been lowered. Yeah, do that. Would have done 48 damage actually, so. Potion belt, now we have 5 potion slots. We don't get potions a whole lot without some effect that gives it to us, but let's do loop. Activate an orb again. Start each combat with one focus, yes, and then we'll remove our curse. Nice, not a bad shot. Here we're going to upgrade our zap, I think. What does upgrading dark do? Trigger the ability of all. Oh, okay. That's not bad. I was hoping it made it free, but triggering the passive ability just means that it'll increase your dark GT set. Okay. Extra energy after a resting site. Another shop. I think I'm good. Caster, that's an example. It's a power. Once you play it, you have 5 orb slots. I'm gonna grab a ball lightning though. Let us channel some more orbs. Because the faster you can cycle through your orbs, the easier it is to make use of them. Alright, go for the eyes. Do this. Try and even them somewhat evenly. We can't control our lightning, but they do make us vulnerable on damage. Oh, speaking of that, Mike, there we go. So we don't want to make ourselves vulnerable to one just to have the other one just nuke us. Kind of like this. You know what, actually, if I do this... Yeah, we're good. Nice. That worked out well. Potion of Capacity. Gain 2 orb slots, I think, for one battle. We'll grab a Steam Barrier. I don't think we should fight another elite on our current health. So let's go 2 fights and then a question mark. I'd love another relic, but let's focus down this one. Because as always, it will buff its strength. Both of our lightnings went onto the slime. That's okay. Let's weaken this. Put down loop. For this, and then channel Dark. The problem with Dark too is on a lot of these fast battles, I'm not sure that we're even going to be able to make use of it. Pop down our Stealth Repair. Do this and do this. Dang, we've been kind of unlucky with our Lightning Strike RNG. Gonna take some damage here because of that, but that's okay. Nice. That's our power card, activating it at the start of the turn. Little worse for wear, but I think we might be okay. We'll have to see. Strength potion's good. Grab Leap. Melter would have been good too. Alright, Spike Slime. Pop our Self-Repair. That's what's nice about the Self-Repair though, is it's 7 HP. It's basically like, I think it's 10 once upgraded. But just very nice to have some ability to just kind of, you know, passively gain some HP. And it only costs 1 energy investment every battle. Alright, it is splitting. So do as much damage as we can. Unfortunately, we had mostly defensive cards that turn, but it'll split into 14 blobs. Much better than what it could have been. But yeah, this is a perfect example. We're not going to be able to pop this Dark Orb, probably. But we can just finish the fight, so that's nice. Nice. Let's grab, you know what, we'll grab Cold Snap just so that we can show, or let's grab Chill. Just so we can show off what the Frost Orb kind of looks like. That way we can show everyone. We haven't shown the Plasma yet, but perfect. Chill. Isn't that, yeah, 3 block every turn, which isn't bad, but compared to free damage and such. And then once evoked, it's 6 block. Pop this. We'll probably try and focus down. Maybe I should have fully blocked. We're only going to take 2 damage. We're fine. Nice. Let's buff. Let's Self-Repair. Leap. Steam Barrier is free, but it decreases its block every time we use it. That's fine. Bit of an issue in longer boss fights, but honestly, for the most part, not a huge issue. Now, this is buffing itself, but we didn't want to take it out first because of the 2 turns of vulnerability. Weaken that. Throw up some defenses. Yeah, we'll have enough block. Not too shabby. Nice. So potion, and I'll grab one more go for the eyes just because it's nice to have a couple in cycle. Free cards that can apply weakness. And you know what? We agreed it last time. Let's just heal. Usually my rule is 50 HP for the first boss. But we'll just be safe because we failed last time. Against the same boss, actually. So, I'm going to Self-Repair. We healed a full at the end of our floor, but that just gets it out of the cycle. And there wasn't a whole lot else we could do. The problem is because we didn't get fully optimal damage here at the start, the slime boss might be able to hit us with its big attack. And you know what, I should have popped these 2 actually. I'll do it next turn. Lost myself out of a bit of damage, not a whole lot, but as you can see, 2 more slots, nice. Go for the eyes, still 20 damage. But not the worst. With that strength, I don't think we would have been able to stop this attack. And hopefully this way we can, it's gonna split, yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Splitting down at 57 HP is better than what we did last time, though, so not bad. Free damage. It's weird when we draw both those at the same time. But neither of them are attacking. Last time, that's crazy though. Big difference in what they can do. Like last time, they both attack for a total of like 36 damage on split. Whereas here, they both debuffed. Only one of them is attacking here, that's fine. Nice. Yeah, the debuff is definitely annoying, but I'd rather take the debuff and potentially finish it off before it can even do anything than just, you know, run the risk of taking damage. Get rid of the one that's attacking, though. Very nice. We might actually be able to get this Dark Orb to cycle through at a good time. But what I really like to do is get builds, though, where we can just cycle through orbs as fast as possible, get those evoke effects, become super powerful. We forced the display. But next orb, this will just nuke one of them. That's fine though, we can comfortably do this. But yeah, looking at the HP we've lost, we definitely didn't need to heal. Like I said, didn't hurt to be careful after we failed the first time. Yeah. Ooh. Nice. Swift Potion. We can draw a lot of cards. So Echo Form. The first card you play each turn is played twice. That's fun. Hyper Beam. I don't like doing Hyper Beam. Losing 3 focus just for 26 damage. Not super useful. I'm actually going to pass here, though. Echo Form can be fun, but we don't have the energy to make it work, so... I hate to pass on a rare card, but just nothing there impressed me. Let's see. Fusion Hammer. Gain an energy every turn, but we can no longer smith. I think we have enough cards that aren't upgraded that's probably a bad idea. There are relics that automatically, like when you add... So there's called, I think, Molten Egg for the attack one, Toxic Egg for the skill one, and Frozen Egg for the power one. Each of those, you can get those relics, and it'll make cards upgraded when you add them to the deck, but this early on, that's a bad idea. Runic Pyramid, you no longer discard your hand. Let's go for this. Boss and Elite Combat's energy, but no strings attached, unlike the not being able to smith anymore. However, we don't get it on every fight, it's just on Boss and Elites. We have... I kind of want to just go this far left path. Looks kind of interesting. Couple Elites, a shop. It's this enemy. With this guy, we do actually have to just fully break through its block, so we'll give it a try. Cycle in a couple orbs. And block all its damage at least. Not so bad. We're tearing through its block at a decent rate. But we will probably take... Yeah, I was going to say this enemy's pretty dangerous. Pop ourselves Repair. Pop Leap, Pop Defend. Love to get a Dark Orb in play, but... we don't want to take too much damage here. Go with the eyes. Knocks off an artifact. That's the problem, though, is we can't even really debuff it, because it's just going to block it. But we finally broke through its block, but it's going to attack and give itself some block here. 15 block? That's not so bad. Gonna take some damage here, but not the worst. And it's not giving itself block here, so we should be able to whittle it down. And we are still healing 7 HP at the end of this fight. Yeah, it's it. Nice. Claw. So Claw can be a lot of fun if you get like 3 or 4. I usually don't buy into it though. Blizzard, deal damage equal to 2 times the number of Frost channeled this combat. We can only channel Frost once. Barrage is I'm just gonna skip here. Let's see if we can buy a relic. We can buy Memories discount. All future shop prices are half health. Don't know if we'll survive long enough for that to be super helpful, but I can buy a Ball Lightning here. And that gives us another source of ability to generate orbs, which is what we're looking for. Stop. Okay. So I can give HP for gold, which I'm not gonna do. So the problem with this 50% good face, 50% bad face is the mask that it gives you on a good face, I don't think actually does anything. It's like a cultist mask, and you like caw at certain things, but I've never seen a positive effect from it, and the bad face is usually pretty bad. So we're just gonna leave. Looks kind of sketchy anyways. Thieves, they do a surprising amount of damage for being thieves, but they steal 15 gold every time they attack, and they want to attack a few times and then run away. So we're going to try and stop at least one of them. The problem here is we, like, will take some damage here. Ooh. Yeah, for just, like, trying to supposedly steal your money and run away, they do a lot of damage. We're going to greed. We're going to take another 22 damage here, which is not good. But if I'm not aggressive here, they're going to run away. Yeah, see, this one's already running away, and we just can't stop it, unfortunately. At least we can do this. Well, I don't know. I think it gives itself like 10 block. How much is it? 11? Okay. We can't do 39 damage in one turn. Especially if that's what we draw, so it's gonna get away, but that's fine. We lost like 30 gold there, but we didn't have a whole lot of gold to begin with, so... Actually, we probably lost even less because we didn't have any gold for them to steal. We got 15 back. Not impressed with anything here. Alright, we got a regular enemy and an elite. This is going to be rough. Man, these runs have not been going anywhere. Like I said, I win maybe 1 out of every 10 runs, sometimes even less. Like, this game is hard. And I'm definitely not an expert, so I definitely make mistakes. Ooh. Whatever this elite is, we're going to have to hope it's not... Oh, no. We might die to this enemy, actually. Maybe I should use these. Drawing 3 cards isn't super useful to me here. Oh. But, unless... Oh. That was free damage. Do this. Alright. This elite enemy is going to be a little bit sketchy. Oh boy. We got it, but we're limping away. Stack is really good, so it's upgraded, so it's +3, but get block equal to the number of cards in your discard pile, so you ideally want to get it at the end of a draw cycle. But if you do, you know, that's potentially, you know, upwards of like 20-ish block from 1 card and 1 energy. We are so gonna die. Oh no. Throw this. This enemy pretty much only attacks, and it just stabs you a lot. Alright, go for the eyes. It won't kill us, so I'm just gonna throw that up. I'm not gonna worry about... I'm gonna use my Dex Potion when I think I might die otherwise. Hopefully we'll be okay. Strike. Beam Barrier. Dual cast this orb, because why not? And now we get 19 block. Like, tons of value there. But if you draw it in like your first hand, it's pretty much useless, so... Just the way it goes. Here we will die, so let's do this. See if we can't drop a little more block. Perfect. Stack is 10 block here. It's still a little bit less. Alright, we got enough block here, so let's just attack. Maybe I should have cycled out another orb. That probably is what I should have done. Ooh. And this is where we die. Yeah, I made a mistake. So if I'd ball lightning here, the first orb would have been the dark orb, and then we could have dual cast it, and it would have finished the fight. Oh, no, we have 2 HP. Nice, yeah. Still probably would have been better to play it correctly, though. Yeah. That was close. Oh, wait, no, we're... Oh, no, we are dead. Yeah, we're dead. Dang it. Yeah, so if I played that correctly, we would have barely limped away, but we would have survived. So, that's just an example of me making a dumb mistake. That's okay. I've never actually looked at the patch notes. Last patch was 3-7. This game has been around for a fair bit. Yeah, you can see like my run history. It's a ton of losses. It's like, there's that loss, that loss. The silent that we got to the very end, that was so close. That was the daily we did, that was super weird. Defeat, defeat. Victory Watcher Ascension 2. I think I posted that video on YouTube. Defeat, defeat. Oh, I had one lose on a... Yeah. That was a loss on the final floor, battle too. Defeat, defeat, defeat. Yeah, it's scary. Oh, and then victory, victory. So a couple victories in a row. Definitely a really difficult game though. You know what time is it? 12:45. Let's do one more run, and let's try out a different character, either the Watcher. Let's try out the Ironclad. Still on Ascension 3. I have a trouble with this character. So his big deal is he's kind of beefy. He wants to get a lot of strength gain, and then his starting relic is at the end of combat heals like 6 HP, so you're a little bit less, you know, in danger from poke damage. Still very difficult to deal with though. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm still just gonna do this. Because his starting deck is so basic that upgrading a card wouldn't have done a whole lot. And I just don't like getting rid of my starting relic. As almost any character. But 3 free fights is gonna get us some early power. But as always, Ironclad, we want to get some strength gain. Armaments is good. When upgraded, every time you use it in battle, it upgrades every card in your hand for the rest of that fight. We'll do this. Actually, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Wasn't worth the gold because we're going to be going through tons of fights before we can dump that curse. And we only have 12 cards in our deck, so it's coming through every, like, 3 turns. Shrug it off is good. Oh. You can have the Ancient Potion. Next 2 non-boss chests. Okay, double relics from the next 2 chests is good. And because of what I did here with this curse, I think I'm actually going to skip the elite because we're getting double relics from the chest anyways. So he could be greedy, but I think it'd be a little bit dangerous. Let's upgrade armaments. Yeah, upgrade all cards in your hand for the rest of combat. Very helpful. Kind of lets you skate by without even having upgrades on a lot of cards. So let's flex. Bayash. Weaken that one a lot. Definitely taking more damage than is good here, but that's okay. For armaments, strike this one twice. 1 more damage is nothing. But as you can see, we got like way more damage out of that. Went 3 damage for each strike instead of what it was before. We'll take out this one. We're going to be weakened next turn because of doubt, but 2 strikes should still do it, and we have 3 plus bash, so hopefully we'll be okay. Yeah, we're fine. Nice. A little bit worse for wear. Ideally, with this character, you don't want to take more than 6, but that's just not always possible. Let's grab... You know, I'm going to wait on Heavy Blade because I have no strength gain, and I don't think Heavy Blade is worth it until you have at least a few strength. Just underwhelming. Let's flex. Strike. Strike. Shrug it off. Gonna take 5 damage here. What's it doing? Another attack? We'll do 2 blocks and a strike. Oh boy, alright. Do this. Yeah, this doubt is coming through way too more often. It's not a damaging curse, which is good, but still very annoying. Block its damage, keep whittling away at it. We're weakened for so long because of that curse. Jeez. That's armaments coming into play. Upgraded the block, we would have taken 3 damage without it. Damage here. Just shrug it off. Go bash. And hopefully finish it next turn, even with the weekend. I usually do check to make sure that I have a shop or something to get rid of my curses like that early on. I just slipped my mind. I didn't even... Oops. I would have taken feet. I think feet showed up for a second there. That's fine. So 2 relics here. So Frozen Egg... Hey, we were talking about that. So whenever you had a power card in your deck, upgraded it. And Blood Vials, 2 extra HP. So now we have 8 HP, 6 at the end of each combat, 2 at the beginning. That's nice. We'll upgrade... Flex gives you 2 more damage on the turn you buff, so why not? We took Headbutt. Deal 9 damage, put a card from your discard pile into it. Okay, that's not bad. Not what I would have picked, but I just clicked faster than I meant to. Upgrade 2 cards for his... Yep, some HP. Nice. Get another upgrade. A lot of good upgrades, despite the cards not being so good. Alright, let's remove that curse before the boss fight. Don't even look at anything. Okay, so... Rent the first HP. We don't have any power cards, but that is very good. Let's just do the buffer. Maybe not the best choice, but I don't want to invest in artifacts that aren't going to do anything this early. Or relics, I mean. Let's flex. So much burst. We actually forced it to split immediately. Elements. Flex. Almost kill one of them. Nice. Okay. Strike this one. Bash that one. Now it's vulnerable. And if we get 3 strikes, I think we can actually just kill it next time. Yeah, we can. Right? Yeah, nice. Didn't even need 3. Grab 1 more armaments. 60 HP should be fine, even for flying boss. And let's upgrade the other armaments. Really not, like, maybe not the best here, but it'll upgrade all our strikes and defense slowly throughout the course of a fight. Plus 30 damage here, nice. I don't know if artifacts prevent... The only thing this boss does in terms of debuffs is it gets rid of, like, our quote-unquote burns. That gives us, like, cards that, when they show up in our hand, we take a little bit of extra damage. We will prevent most of the damage. Buffer will block 1 of the hits. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, so we took 1 of those 6 hits. Here, we'll Headbutt. Strike, block most of its damage. That second turn, though, is the biggest danger this boss usually poses. Armaments, block. And already, like, half of our strikes and defense are upgraded because of armaments. I love this card. Especially on, like, more powerful cards that you maybe can't. Or when you're in a position you're not in a position, I mean, to kind of focus on upgrading cards and you need to heal as you're taking more and more damage. Just let you get away without it. Nice. Okay. It's buffing and blocking, so we can just go full hand. Let's flex. Gosh, I'm willing to just eat 14 damage here to put down a lot, and now it's vulnerable for another 3 turns. Very helpful. We're still at above half HP. Yeah, here it is. Unplayable at the end of the turn, take 2 damage. Not a big deal. We'll block that. I would love to do another bash, but I don't think we need it. Put Shrug It Off on the top of our draw pile. Seer gives us more burns, yep. And this is the turn that's really going to hurt, 24 damage. So we'll just go full block. Block all of it, but it does give us 3 of those burns, and I think they're upgraded burns, which is not ideal. Upgrade. I think pretty much all our cards are upgraded now. But we're closing down on the boss. The vulnerable is going to run out, though. Let the flames go out, and it's really only in the 6 flames that just like, oh, I gotta take care of that, so. Ooh, down to 30 HP. Still more than enough. That's not good, though. Let's put Bash on the top. And we can kill it next turn, and we should survive this turn. So, definitely lost a lot of HP, but my 50 HP rule is generally, I would say, pretty safe. Right about what you need. Nice. Barricade's really good. The problem is with only 3 energy and a 2 cost, it's very hard. You know, we'll take it because it's upgraded because of the Frozen Egg. It costs 3 when it's not upgraded, 2 when it's not, but it's power. Once you've played it each battle, block basically just carries over every single turn. Very helpful. You know what? So I could get... I do like Busted Crown. Gain energy every single turn. Future cards have 2 less cards to choose from. I kind of want to do this though, because now we heal 12 HP every turn instead of 6. We'll do it. Both would have been really good. And okay, that boss is interesting. Let's try this path maybe. Ooh. This guy. Just gonna go attacking it. It's gonna heal 12 of that HP back, but... Oh no, we have the buffer, nice. Forgot about that already. So we were Barricade, Armaments, Block. Oh, I'm an idiot. We didn't have... I don't know, I thought I had 4 energy. Oops. That's okay. Here we're gonna go full block though. Because we went... Now that we've got our Barricade down, we can just stack up a bunch of block and buy yourself a lot of time. Yeah, we won't even take damage here. So let's do this. This. Nice. Yeah, once you can get Barricade down, it's so nice. Same with things like Demon Form. It's risky for a couple of turns while you're still building up that strength, and it's risky to get it down. And already so much of that block is going away. Do that. Flex. Nice. Slowly withering away at its plated armor. Let's do this. Let's headbutt. We can take a defend back. Close. Alright, armaments, defend. Just needed 1 more damage to lower its plated armor, but that's fine. Jeez, okay. Full block. Just gonna try to keep lowering its damage, because right now we'll heal back to full with black blood instead of burning blood. So let's just try and not take a ton of damage. No need to play armaments now, but... Nice. This makes fights take a long time, but long fights, I can only imagine like Ascension 24 runs, because my average run time still takes, like, on a successful run is still probably at least, like, I don't know, it probably takes at least like an hour usually. My fastest runs are like 40, but that's without going to the heart. So I could only imagine doing like a full Ascension heart run. Probably take like 2 hours. Let's try Infernal Blade. Well, Beggar, do we have anything we want to remove? Not really, we don't have the curse anymore, so... I'm sorry, dude, you will never make it. I feel bad, but... It is a game. Thieves again, huh? I don't know why these thieves gotta do so much damage. If you're just trying to steal and run away, like... You would think they'd be, like, pretty weak, but they hurt. Barricade. I don't think honestly, I should maybe trade off some damage just to try and stop them from running off of my gold. Huh. Yeah, this one's already trying to run away. Fortunately for him, he's not going to get away. And we're going to take 18 damage from this up one. That's fine. The other one will probably get away. When you get 2 thieves, especially on a character like the Ironclad, when you don't have any strength or anything built up, he's probably going to get away. At least one of them. That's fine. Could have done another 12 damage, but goodbye. We still got like half the gold back, so yeah. Got a regen potion. Let's grab Thunderclap. Shockwave is also really, really good. Ooh, Regal Pillow would have been nice. I think the other one only stole like another 30 gold, so it would have been too good short, but very, very nice. Makes rest super worth it. In this case, I'm gonna skip this shop. Meal ticket healed us. Wait, we don't have meal ticket. That was last run, so I'm just crazy. We could heal, but we're only... Let's choose what card it can give me. Metallicize would be good. Is there any strength gain card? It's really concerning that we're almost halfway through the run. Because we're taking Metallicize, and there's no strength gain in our deck. Make Inferno Blade free. I don't want to fight the special elite. I just really don't. Upgrade all strikes and defense, hey! Kind of negates the purpose of having our double upgraded, what are they called again? Armaments, but that's fine. Now almost every card in our deck except Bash, and yeah, every card except 2 in our deck is fully upgraded. That's crazy. Still apply the vulnerable. Less damage, but could potentially pay off. This guy's gonna randomize the cost of all our cards though, which is annoying. I honestly should have just popped my artifact potion there. Because yeah, I'd only raise these two. These are all the same. Just do that. Maybe we'll be able to save up some block. Yeesh, the buffer's nice though. That saved us a lot of chip. We have a very good anti-chip damage relic build. We just don't actually have the cards to do a whole lot about it. Oh jeez, I should have flexed first. Oops. I'm telling you though, I'm not good at this game. I lose most of my runs. What's the Blood's 18 damage? Nice. I should have bashed first. I don't know why I didn't. Would have done a little bit more damage. I should probably pop my regen potion here because this fight's looking like it's going to take long enough that we'll get most of the value out of it. We'll try it. Free defend. Free. These cards were free at least. Let's do this. I should have done that first. Yeah, sometimes this enemy like randomizes your cost and it takes like your 3 cards and makes them 1 or 0, and it's great. Oh, and it actually re-randomized it. That's interesting. I pulled that back into my hand because I thought it was going to once again be 1 cost, or 0 cost, I mean. That's okay. Geez, I didn't get the full value of the regen, didn't even get most of it, but that's okay. Oh, that's Undercut Plus. Red Skull. Okay, we get strength when we're below half, which we'll have in boss fights. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain strength. That's some strength gain. This is a terrible build. I could fight this elite, but I'm just going to go triple question mark. I'm not really leaning too much. Oh, dang it. I'm not really leaning too much into this run, honestly. I'm just kind of seeing what we can do. I wish we had a cleave or some good AoE aside from Thunderclap for these guys. At least we can double Thunderclap here. Apply 2 turns of vulnerable. We'll just try and kill one of them at least. And we got a little bit of strength from that. But we are going to start taking heavy damage because they're going to all gain 4 strength every turn. Oh. Inferno Blade, Headbutt. Take a Thunderclap. Back. Let's bash this one. Let's Shrug It Off, prevent some of the damage. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because then I wasted the Thunderclap. That's okay. Oh gosh. At least got rid of one of them. Let's grab Shrug It Off. That's our best block, I think, right now. I'm just glad we have some form of strength gain. The fact that we're so far into run and we've gotten pretty much none is concerning. We haven't seen any Inflames, any, like, I guess we have Flex, but that's a 1-turn effect. Not exactly, you know, the most, like, not nothing, but it only affects 1 turn, and it only affects the turn that we play it each cycle. Let's do Triple Strike, and that'll end the... Wow, 2, it only took 2, nice. Another shrug it off. Another question mark. Jeez, that's 2 for 2 right now. Hopefully the third one isn't also. I'm just gonna do damage to the Mystic. The guard's gonna guard the Mystic. The Mystic might heal next fight, which won't be good, but at least we have a buffer for this 5 damage. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Whirlwind? Whirlwind's not worth it. We can do more damage just by attacking. And we get strength this way. Because the Whirlwind would have been 3 damage X times, so... I mean 5 damage X times with 3 energy. Ah, and it healed. That's so annoying. Well, we can't defend here, so we're just gonna go full ham, try and kill this Mystic. I really hope it's not healing again. Because it might be buffing the strength, which would be bad for this guy, but... Oh my gosh. This is not this time, but it's getting protected. We won't take damage, though. Metallicize is a good effect. Not the most amount, because it is upgraded, so it's 4. It's up, if unupgraded, it's like 3, but... Getting free block is better than not getting free block, you know? Oh, I didn't realize that was AoE. That is kind of helpful, then. Alright, shrug it off. Barricade just isn't going to be super useful this fight. I'm going to... yeah, that'll block all its damage. We would have only taken 2 once our Metallicize went through, but... Eh. Oh. Headbutt, put shrug it off back. We'll take damage here, but we can finish the fight next turn, so... Not the biggest of deal, but definitely not been great. Oh gosh, we should have put a strike on top of the deck. Okay, we're good. That scared me a little bit. Thankfully we did upgrade that. The extra energy wouldn't have made a huge difference, honestly. Ooh, both of these are good. Let's try Shockwave. Duplicate a card in your deck. I'm gonna duplicate Inferno Blade. Let's see. I think this is a little more reliable of the 3. It is unfortunate that we invested into double upgraded armaments because of all of our upgrades, but there's no way to tell that was going to happen, and I think for the earlier game it was helpful. And I'm actually going to negate its stupid randomized thing this time. Because that was super bad for us last fight. Maybe I should have duplicated the badge. I want to save it for the boss, but we've taken so much damage. Wait. That went through the art. What other debuff did it do? That's strange. But we'll only take 1 damage. And we're going to heal before the boss, because we're going to need to. Even after a Black Blood, the boss of this floor is going to be a little bit tricky. For 1 vulnerable, let's just do 2 strikes. Oh, nice. 55 HP, but it's it is a difficult boss. Yeah. I really hate to not upgrade one of my last 2 upgrades, but that's fine. Yeah, it's this guy. Summons 2 little knight minions, and we don't have the best, so we're gonna duplicate potion our bash and just start out with 6 vulnerable on the boss. But we are gonna want to take care of the minions immediately. I always take care of the first wave. After that, it's kind of up to debate. 1 HP, dang. Okay. Well, I'm glad we worked on whittling that one down. That would have hurt. Armaments to upgrade the pummel. We can at least get rid of his friend, and we're stacking strength as a shuriken, so this is gonna hurt. He's gonna summon more minions, but if he does, that still gives us a turn to work with. Let's throw down Barricade. Oh. There we go. Let's throw, I don't know, Bash on the top of the discard pile. Hopefully we can come out of this fight intact. It's going to be a little bit close, though. Let's bash. Italicize. It's 2 less block this turn, but the block isn't affected by things like Frail. It will still be a set 4 block, so... Ow. We might die to this boss, though. Jeez, he's mad that we killed his friends. Let's double Thunderclap. It's now vulnerable for foreseeably practically the rest of the fight, but... Don't attack? Yeah, it's summoning more minions. Which is also not good, but... Let's upgrade these. Alright. I think we just... Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't think we necessarily could have done a whole lot more this run. We just really did not have a whole lot to work with. And that's okay. That's kind of how Slay the Spire is. And sometimes even when you have a really good deck, you get messed over by card draw energy, and sometimes it works super well in your favor. So, not too sad about it. But this is the end. Unless... Is that not block? No, that's actually just... Wait, no, it is. It is. I was going to say, we had 30... How much HP are we going to have? We're going to have 4, I think. Yep. Nice. Well. And then we kill this one. We are somehow just scraping by. Uh-oh. Okay. It was a good try. But yeah, that's why I don't like the Ironclad. Is you just even though like the Silent didn't start out with any poison, but the Ironclad just starts out so basic. It's so hard, and you just have less options of like good things to choose from. Whereas I know I can focus on getting poison, just not as many options. But anyway, that was a fun first stream. I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I will catch you later.